mistake. We're gonna have to hope these don't use stamina, or I might have to use my candy, because I forgot I was streaming this today, and I used all my stamina doing dailies as soon as I woke up. I was like, oh yeah, let's work on. They do not use stamina. Oh, thank goodness. I missed one of my dailies too. I'm gonna grab that one real quick. As soon as I woke up, I just like grinded all my shit. Oh, by the way, hey! I like that she got extra moxie. Oh yeah, I did forget the supers again. Hold on, let me go and check that real quick. For the membership ones, it's not gonna show, so I'm gonna try something different. Give me a second. I have an idea, but I don't know for sure if it's gonna work. I feel so bad that I keep forgetting. It's like I have every intention of doing it, and then my brain just like gives up entirely. Let me see. Sorry, one sec. Okay, they don't really show up. Only supers, like members, don't show up on records, as far as I know how to find them anyway. So I'm trying to load up the stream. I'm waiting for the chat replay to load. I'm literally gonna have to skim through the stream and try to find as the stuff goes off, which would be working a lot better if chat was loading for me. Instead, I have this permanent issue. Like, it happens almost every time I watch a stream or a VOD where chat, I'm gonna send a screenshot because I wonder if any of you guys have the same issue. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Hold on. Let me try to show you what I mean. So chat, oh wait, I guess that didn't work either. Chat always does this for me. And it's still doing it right now. I've waited all this time and I still don't have chat, and I don't know any way to get rid of this. It happens on all of my devices. Chat just does not load. Like, ever. Sometimes at all. I'll sit there for a whole stream and there will be no chat. And I'm trying to open the fucking chat so I can see what supers were there, and I have nothing. Chat is not loading. I can't read them unless this loads. Like, actually, I cannot. I do not have the ability to know what the fuck was received unless I can see what the fuck was received. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Hold on. We will wait indefinitely. If you tap fast forward and rewind 5 seconds, eventually chat loads, and I'll try. Also, thank you for today's super. Plus, we have a little Easter surprise for you in Discord. You can check it later. And welcome back. I'll try when I can. I'm a little bit overwhelmed today, so I'll get there when I get there. But thank you. I really appreciate the surprise. Also, hello, Dr. Coach Dragon. Thank you so much for joining membership. I've just been pretty overwhelmed in general. It's nobody's fault. I fell into some really bad habits. While I got sick and with a lot of IRL stuff going on the past few weeks. I'm trying really hard to shake them. Like, I stopped pretty much entirely exercising until, ironically, April Fool's. And I've just gotten into a lot of really bad habits. My sleep schedule got worse and worse. And my eating has not even been good because with queasy, I've been skipping meals. And I'm trying really hard to get myself back on track because I feel so yuck. 1 second. And I'm gonna be a little bit slow with notifications and checking stuff for a bit, just while I try to get myself a bit grounded again. Because I need to get myself feeling a bit better before I can really stay on top of anything, if that makes sense. I've been having an issue on Twitch too, where I try to pin chat and it doesn't work. No more fast food. No, I'm actually really good for that. I almost never eat fast food. My problem is I'm not eating any food. Not because I'm trying to skip meals, just because I got into really bad habits when I felt too sick to eat. And, like, I've been too sick to eat on and off for 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure it's finally entirely gone now. But because of that, it's like eating has been really unappealing. I'm usually really good. I have actually a bunch of veggies on my lap in a bowl right now. I've just been really bad at not eating at all. And I'm like super paying for that. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna keep skipping chat really slowly. It should show when supers or anything comes. I'm not seeing any at all. That's weird. Do they not work in chat replay? Oh no. Oh no, do they not work in chat replay? Oh god. I don't think they work in chat replay. I don't think I can thank... Oh no. Oh no. I literally don't know who joined memberships that stream. I'm so sorry. There's no way for me to know. Well, everyone who joined memberships, I really appreciate it. C14's 5 gifted showed. I was looking through the whole video. I skimmed. I couldn't find anything. Are they in the timestamps? Because I looked in the timestamps and I didn't see them. But I know for sure that at least C14 gifted. I remember that. So thank you, C14. I'm sorry for so much scuff. My entire brain right now is just giving up. I get into like really bad mental states too when I start to like drop the ball in my health. So I really gotta get that back before anything is going to come back. I didn't see them on my end. I looked through the whole thing and nothing showed up. So unfortunately, for any other members, I'm really sorry. I will be able to look at the regular supers though. I'm gonna try to get into a habit where at the end of stream, no matter what, whether it's solo or collab, at the end of every stream, I want to make the habit where I go through and I scan again just to make sure I didn't miss any. That should prevent me from forgetting during collabs. I hope so. Once you found another one, Skeptical Panda, 13 months, the return of Chibi. Thank you so much, Skeptical Panda, and I'm sorry I forgot. Hold on, let me double check the regular supers, because I should be able to see these. I'm checking if there's another... Yeah, no, there's no way to check when people gave memberships, as far as I know. Which is really irritating, because there should be. There should be, but there's just not. Let's see. I know I can check supers though afterwards, which is at least something. So okay. It looks like there's only one super that we missed, so no worries, that was luckily one. Thank you, Dux, for the pain puckle. It was indeed pain in the best way. That was truly an event. Alright. Now that I think I got that a little under control, now to get my brain back. Let's do the one daily that I forgot while I work on recovering my brains. One of the medications you took for your ADHD completely killed your appetite. That's rough. I've heard a number of people say similar things, yeah. I think it can be pretty harsh on appetite from what I've heard. I think my issue is more like, just in general, feeling queasy does not make you want to eat. I've been really dehydrated too, but it doesn't really make any sense with how much I'm drinking, so I don't know. Go back to the doctor for more blood work again, maybe. Be like, you keep saying it's fine, but I don't know, man. Or just something. I wish we had like, what's it called? The scanner things from Star Trek, where they just scan you and tell you what's wrong. And you're like, cool. Now I know exactly what to do to fix myself. It would be so convenient, man. You got the 5 gifted members. Aaron, Kelly, Kid City Forest, Rock Solid, take his own comment. Thank you so much for enabling, guys, as well. Thank you, Josh. I'm so sorry to make you have to look that up. I tried skimming. I don't know why it wasn't showing up on my end. And Eclipse, I internet health advice from chat though. Like I'm venting a bit, so I understand it might be misleading, but I'd rather. It's like internet health advice all over again. You go on Google, you look up any symptoms, you're gonna find out you're dying. I'd rather just get advice from like doctors only. Just to make sure I don't go down any bad paths or anything. I've brought it up to doctors, don't worry. Anything potentially relevant is being checked or has been checked, so just trust me on that. Also, hello, boys and Rouge Shady. I'm doing the best I can, and just keep going. That's all I got. You just gotta keep going sometimes. I'm hoping exercising again will help as well. I think a big part of it is also, and this is just an annoying thing, I think the filter on my heat pump needs to be cleaned again. And whenever it needs to be cleaned, there's a lot of dust and crap in the air, and I'm really allergic to that shit. But it costs a couple $100 to clean, and it's hard to get an appointment, so I'll get it done as soon as I can, but it's not that easy necessarily. But working on it. I am still getting over a bug as well, and the entire warehouse family pretty much was getting over bugs. I'm better off than some, like, goddamn. I had, like, honestly the most fucking scuffed Easter. I gotta tell you guys how much I gave up this Easter. I don't know how your guys' Easter was. Easter was the real April Fool's for me, because you know what? I just literally... Have you ever had a holiday so that you just gave up so hard that on the holiday you're like, oh yeah, it's the holiday. So you look what decorations you have while on the holiday, realize you have nothing, and just like do nothing. Like, I love to decorate with less like bunny decorations and stuff, but I had nothing. It's all still in storage from when the flood happened. So I quite literally, you had a similar scuff Passover? Oh my god, you understand the scuff. Different holiday, same scuff. we just eternal suffering, eternal scuff. We had I had my family visit, right? And my family, let's just put it this way. We kind of had this like universal understanding we ain't gonna decorate anything. Okay, you know what I did to decorate? You know what I did? My one Easter decoration, just to say I did. I took a raw carrot out of the fridge. I took a raw carrot and put it on the TV stand. I was like, there, it's decorated. Also, hello, Harold and Alex Cigar. Just straight 10 out of 10 effort. Yeah, it's just a raw carrot on the TV stand. Hello, Matthews. I couldn't. I reached a level of I give up. To be blunt, like I've been having how many family emergencies? Oh my god, there's been so many family emergencies. Like all the family comes to visit, but half of them are in like crisis, and then not like well, I was gonna say not gonna die. Well, one not so sure if one's still in the hospital. I've talked about that one before though, so that's nothing new. Warehouse grandma has been in the hospital for 2 weeks now. With an unfortunate case of, we see things are very bad, but we don't know what's wrong. And we're just like, wow. Like, please at least give us a lead. Like, can you at least tell us the fuck is going on? They're just like, we have no clue. And it's like, thanks for nothing. At least unlike the tuxedo mask meme, they're not sending her home and being like, my work here is done. They're at least admitting we have more work to do. But yeah, that situation has been a lot. It's just been, life has been just a lot. You know, some weeks life is just a lot sometimes. And it is what it is. I don't know why the red is showing up for these, because I thought I already, is it like a new news flash? No, I already beat all these on my phone. The fuck? Okay, anyway, whatever. We can jump into the event. Yeah, we also decided, I got a turkey. I was gonna get turkey dinner for everyone. Instead, the turkey went back in the freezer, and I ordered Chinese food and said fuck everything. So that's how my Easter went. I gave up entirely. It was the biggest joke of an Easter. It's fine. I still have the turkey, so I can do an untimely, no longer Easter redo at some point. We'll fix it. And fine. It's still kind of cold near the warehouse anyway. It feels very winter more than spring, so I can redo when it feels like actually spring and then it feels properly Easter. I know that 6 is now available as well, so we will do 110 pull on 6 at the end as well. Also, hello everyone on TV. Alright. Are you guys ready for the inner chapter? Because I remember, oh shit, it left us off at like a really fucked up moment where literally bombs started dropping and like we had no context as to what the fuck was happening. So I guess now I hope we get to find out. Halloween turkey? I don't think I want to keep it in the freezer that long. Nah, I'll eat it before then. Lovely meeting. Based on how things went last time, I can't see this being lovely. Also, let me know if the volume needs any adjusting or if everything is good. Yeah, the cliffhanger was straight up illegal. I like how it just changes the topic and brings us back to the school. You lost your 50-50 to Miss Newbabble? Ooh, I wouldn't mind her either though. I don't have a lot of the 6 stars, so even if I lose the 50-50, I'm not really losing per se. Because I don't have a lot of 6 stars yet. I got a lot of the banner ones, but I don't have a lot of the originals. Game audio's a bit low? This better?
So many people here. They're probably around my age.
I do wonder, did it ever say Sotheby's age? I wonder if she's like older than she looks and is kind of like just very, very young looking, or if she's a young genius. A gorgeous sap green dress jumps into the library of SPDM. Its owner keeps talking in a sing-song tone like a chirping gold crest. At least 37 out of blood. That's so mean! She's 13. I thought she might be Babu. Okay, so I was right. Is it echoing? It shouldn't be echoing. If it's echoing, you might have... Wait, do I have reverb on it? I totally have reverb on it. Well, now I don't. Wow. I'm gonna be eating some food as well while we play while they do voice acting.
In the library of Sotheby's Manor. Are there any alchemy workshops and potion warehouses here, like in our manor?
I feel like it's gonna torture me and not actually tell me what happens in the story until the next chapter. Pain. You thought it was the game being fancy? True, it did fit the big library vibes. The young lady stands on tiptoe, looking around this place curiously.
Where can I find Miss Buanish? Madame Z told me to come here, but she didn't give any other clues. The people here really need Mr. ETIQUETTE, who is always nice and warm to the guests. Just twist
She just wants all her people that
disappear anywhere. If not so, placing a luck-a-day potion at the entrance would help as well.
I wonder if we can someday get all the people that disappeared back. Like, just get them back into existence. At the end of the game or something, that would be cool. Just fix the timeline.
Miss Buanish and I might have met by now. Or she will just pop up behind me. Are you looking for me?
As she does. She just tends to appear when you don't want her to.
Oh my word!
But never when you want her to.
Oops.
Her oh my word scream was pretty great.
Where are my manners?
Sotheby straightens the wrinkles on her dress and gives out her hand like a real lady.
meet you. Are you Miss Buenish?
The other girl nods haughtily. Her uniform speaks for itself, with the way it's all pristine. It seems to be a historic first meeting for them.
That's fantastic. How did you find me? Did you see me in neuromancy? Or through a crystal orb? Either way, it is the great arcanum. I'm much greater than that. Look at you, dressed as if you'd just been to a ball.
I like how
the pigment board on a sketch.
I like how she's like both complimenting and insulting her at the same time. It's like you don't look like a painting. You just like a pigment just dumped on, like bright and splashy.
I saw you the moment I came into the library.
Oh man, you ever cook something you're excited about and then it just tastes bad? That's me right now. I put a new type of tofu skin in my rice cooker lunch and the texture is not good. It feels like I'm chewing like, I don't know. It feels kind of like I'm chewing like soggy chicken skin. It's like tofu skin usually cooks really nice, but this one is like, I don't know, it's like too, I don't know what, too something.
No, I'm
How's Samantha win? I'm hoping to stream the Oliver Fog, and like, if you guys want to see it, because I quite enjoyed doing Charlie's. I don't think it'll be today though.
Never mind. Madame Z told me you wanted to look up the materials on the mysterious school that believes in numbers here.
So the Foundation has information about them.
That's right.
Interesting.
Miss Mossel told me she will thoroughly check the documents in the Foundation archive. So I'll go through the books in the SPDM library.
I wonder if that means they've been researching them at the same time that they're away. Maybe they'll show up and like pull them out. Hello, Mr. J.
If we can find anything about that school,
I think Oliver's has been out for a couple days now, actually.
And her team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Miss Sotheby, but I'm afraid the situation is going to disappoint you. While you spend the last hour looking for Ticketler's ear, the kind-hearted monitor assistant already gained a valuable access to the library.
Oh, dang!
I haven't found any records regarding the mysterious school.
So there's no information on it at all. It's like an anomaly that shouldn't even exist, maybe. I wonder if somehow the Manus like made it exist or something. No, I guess the cave itself had all that stuff, so it could be what the Manus is getting it though. I wonder if the cave is even the origin of the storm. Like a bolt out of the blue. It contains a lot of lore. I'm excited.
Oh, but Miss Mossel said there are so many books here that they can cover the entire back of a Stronsay beast. That's a bit exaggerated, but she's right.
It's like there's a lot of books, but not that many.
Nevertheless, the librarian was transferred to a more important position years ago due to the storm.
Now she's got an archive
Many
existence.
old books are not yet sorted. Some even went missing in the chaos.
That's so sad when library stuff goes missing. I don't know what it is. Whenever libraries like lose stuff, whether it's missing or whether they sell old books to replace them with new ones, it always feels like such a loss. It's like libraries are this place that could preserve books for all time, even though that's not how they actually work. It just kind of feels that way. It's like this timeless place of records, but then, you know, they gotta get rid of stuff.
The only relevant materials I could find are the stories of Pythagoras and some books on mathematical theorems. But I don't think they have anything to do with Vertine's issue.
Kind of, but probably not. I remember when I first found out my library did like certain times where they sell books off. I cried like a baby. Just because my illusion of libraries as like this timeless magical place was so broken. I'm like, oh my god, they have to make space for books. They can't just magically have more. I was so hurt. 2-year-old Pam's immersion shattered. Hello, observing procrastinator. What Matilda sees now is a pair of tear-dimmed eyes. Every time she prays, you want to learn French more. She makes me like happy that I know some French. It's always a little bit of practice. It'd be cool to play a game in French sometime so I can use it for practice.
I can't do anything to help them.
You kind of just have to wait for us to magically get out of the place.
Work on this professional member of the foundation.
Wow. I bet it absolutely works. She just doesn't want him to be swayed by the crying. She looks away and clears her throat like a grown-up, trying to hide the fact that it's swaying her.
Without field investigation permission, I can't take you out to collect information.
Not like you're gonna get permission with how this place treats Verton anyway. Not like you can even contact Verton anyway.
There is still another reference room only known to the most outstanding monitor assistant.
There could be something in the reference room.
Hooray!
Other students in the library cast disgruntled glances at them.
Shh, shh, shh. It's a violation to make noises in the library. Please follow me, Miss Sotheby.
Oh wait! Didn't they have the trailer for the next patch yet? I'm tempted to watch it, but I'm not sure if I should because of spoilers, but I've been watching all of them so far pretty much. It's fine. I'm curious what new characters and stuff we'll get after the Isolde announcements were so fucking exciting. I'm excited to see what's next. Although I kind of am debating trying really hard to avoid spoilers because I really don't want to spoil the Isolde patch. It just looks amazing. For 1.8, no, there are pictures. I haven't watched the 1.8. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna look it up real quick and just skim it. Reverse 1999. 1.8. I'm gonna like skim it enough that it doesn't really spoil, but just to get an idea of like what new characters might be in it. Oh, it looks like some of the characters that were introduced in 1.7. Maybe we'll get a bit more information because they seem rather more heavily focused in this one. Wait, is that a mermaid? Oh my god, we're getting a mermaid. Maybe we can watch the trailer. I mean, they wouldn't spoil too much if it's intended to be like a thing for people to get into the game. Let's finish this section and then we'll watch it. It's an event. Oh, cool. Okay, if it's an event, then it will definitely won't spoil it. We're good. Okay, let's watch the trailer after this section. Tall shelves. Unfamiliar surroundings. An impossible mission. As girls walk through the shelves like fish swimming through coral.
Thank you so much, Miss Buanish. You mentioned ball. I haven't heard that word for a very long time. I remember what Mr. Carson, my butler, had taught me. He said, express your gratitude to fair ladies by holding a grand ball.
I feel like that would be the worst way to express gratitude to me, though. If someone's like, I'm holding you a ball, I'd be like, great, I'm not going. That's too much socializing. I'm gonna avoid my own ball, thanks.
I'll write to my father and ask for a brand new, unsinkable, and maneuverable rock and roll park. I'm sure he will gladly say yes.
That is, I mean, I wonder if that's what she meant by the, wait, how are you gonna write to your father? Unless your father's in the foundation, he's fucking dead.
Maneuverable rock and roll park? Yes.
He might be in the foundation, actually. I think he was.
On it when Burton and her team
Hello, good Fluffy too, and John.
Please allow me to say no. The monitor assistant of
She's like,
SPN
no
would
way.
never participate in such an inelegant activity.
I guess a rock and roll ball is not good enough.
Wait, did you just say Verton and her team?
Wait, she hasn't heard yet, has she? Oh god, she's gonna be so jealous.
We can can talk about the ball later.
I guess this is when she finds out. Hello, Boy Guardian Fox!
The kind-hearted Matilda Boanish will try her best to help you with the task. But, of course, it's only out of
Aw,
your
man,
sense of
this piece of
responsibility.
tofu skin wasn't
Not
cooked
for
all the
some
way, and it
personal
feels like
reason.
chewing on rawhide. This lunch today is truly awful. They go faster and faster. Finally, they reach their destination. To patch the fragmented eras in the future, and to store the currently unimportant files and reports, people built this reference room in the shape of a box with gray and white walls. I like how it just looks like the same library still. During this awful time, which might last for ages, people call it the footnote of history.
Here we are. The reference room storing unnecessary information. It's a place ignored by most staff.
I mean, if you called a place the room with unnecessary information, I would also ignore it.
Even so, this careful, reliable monitor assistant will not let go of any details.
So she'll still watch it. Okay. They would give her the unimportant room just to get her out of their way. Make her feel important. She knocks on the rusty sign haughtily.
I hereby officially appoint you as the Chief Assistant of Monitor Assistant of SPDM. I will take my responsibility and teach you how to become a devoted Foundation member.
So now her new life is just also looking at shit in the unimportant room. I bet it's actually more important than a lot of people think, though. Matilda pulls off the cloth covering the archive cabinet. Dust rises in the air.
Here is your first task. Read through these unsorted old files. All of them.
Sounds like Matilda just didn't want to do it. Yeah, the assistant of an assistant. What an important role. The monitor assistant takes a dusty file from the cabinet. The paper inside has already turned yellow. Ew.
I have searched all the archived ones. These are the last parts. Most of them are discarded administrative documents, low-priority materials, and substandard reports written by rookie investigators.
But they must actually be important if this section has a lot of lore.
By the way, you should know I didn't sort any of them out for you. And they don't necessarily have what you want. It's alright. Leave them to me. I love reading.
Aww. Sotheby is so precious and cute. She just like doesn't even question this. She's just like, I love reading. I got it. It's fine. I'm still so glad. Sotheby is on my main team almost every time I play. I fucking love Sotheby.
Here's the key. Keep it safe. You can sit on the cushions there when you sort out the files. I don't want your dress to stain the stone bench.
That actually is kind of valid. I feel like even though she's not objectively the best healer, she's just so cute that it's like I would rather not do as well and use her than win and not use her. Hello, it's Stinky Socks too.
I'll go see if I missed any files. Listen, this monitor assistant will test
Sometimes
you on your familiarity
cute
with
over
these
meta
files
has to
when
win.
she's back.
That sometimes is all the time for me. Man, I have 15 of these chunks 3 hours later of tofu skin, and they're so nasty. I don't want to eat all 15.
Looks
Plus,
like
to
I
her
didn't miss
cuteness
any
also
relevant
heals the
files.
soul, so it's like bonus healing.
Phew, quite a long day. I doubt if that spoiled lady can finish all the materials. She must have been bored and fallen asleep, waiting for her tea kettler in the dream.
You know what? I bet she actually got through it all. And then Sotheby and Matilda are gonna become like besties.
It takes much more than dancing at balls to be a Foundation investigator. I'll send her back to that teacher when she wakes up. In the end, it will be the kind-hearted Matilda who finishes the task for her. Being a great monitor assistant comes with great responsibility.
I'm having it in my mouth even longer, just chewing on it, because I can't swallow it because it's so bad. But I don't like to waste food, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go through the entire thing. It's a good thing I'm not queasy anymore. I would vomit this right back up. The problem is I forgot to flavor it properly as well. So not only is the texture in some of them like kind of squishy, like wet chicken skin, the other part is like not cooked enough, so it's like chewing on like dog treats or rawhide. And the taste, because I didn't flavor it enough, the taste, it literally tastes like because tofu skin is really condensed, right? It tastes kind of like how you imagine mixing like tofu and sawdust. It tastes so dry and like beany, but not like good beans. Just like too beany, like beans, but they taste extra bean. Yeah. And to be fair, I have eaten dog treats, but I've not eaten rawhide. It's what I imagine rawhide to be, essentially. I mean, it looks like rawhide when it's dry, so... Oh, it was so bad. I don't know how many more of them are in this bowl. Again, Matilda gently pushes the door open. Surprisingly, she's welcomed with an energetic greeting.
Miss Bornish!
She did it! She succeeded! She's so cute! Oh god, the next spoonful also had one. Boy. Wait, let me show you a picture of what these look like raw, so you can know what I'm eating. They're amazing when cooked properly. Let me intervene. Like, they're actually amazing when cooked properly. But when they're cooked raw, oh boy. Okay, one. Every time I swallow one of these, I want to die. Okay. So this is pretty much what I'm eating. Mine are the ones shaped like knots. I just put 15 of the knots in the rice cooker with my food while it cooked. They look like rawhide. You can't tell me I'm wrong. They're really, really good though. I especially like them in soups and in stir fries. But right now they're not cooked very well. I think these ones too, the texture is like wrong compared to what the texture is supposed to be. And I noticed the ingredients is not just tofu skin, there's like weird additives. So I'm gonna have to be careful next time I buy it and not buy the one with the weird additives again. Because I really love tofu skin, but like the texture is so wrong. I think that more than anything, that might be why it's kind of grossing me out. The texture and taste are just like off. It's like someone injected like wheat or like cornstarch or something in it. So it's not as like chewy as it should be. It's not as like slimy as it should be, which sounds weird. They're actually quite good though. But whatever I'm eating right now is just like wrong. I I eat these all the time and they're amazing, and this is not it. I bought a new kind. That was a mistake. This brand is shit. Blah. And I think it is pretty normal for people to eat dog treats at some point, just whether it's out of curiosity or to make sure they're safe for your dog. I feel like a lot more people than actually will admit it will do. Speaking of dog treats, I went on Twitter for like 2 seconds. Also, Volga, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. I appreciate it. And thank you as well for enabling What's Inky Talks to Boy Guardian, Eclipse, Observing Procrastinator, John Doe, and Ika, and Baka, Nika Jaka, and Romy, and Chris, and Coral. I went on Twitter for like 2 seconds when I woke up. And I think this actually happened earlier, because I thought I remembered seeing it, but I thought it was like, I don't know, I thought maybe it was fake and I remembered wrong, but I guess it was real. Apparently, during a hand cam stream, speaking of pet treats, Flayon ate Purina, thinking it was a Combini snack. And I go on Twitter and all I see is everyone shaming, and I'm just like, why Purina? Like, you guys have to understand the difference here. There is a difference between cat treats and dog treats. Dog treats are often made in a way that they taste good to normal humans. Dog treats, you can get ones that taste like gingerbread. You can get ones that taste like normal bread. You know what cat treats taste like? Fish. Why would anyone want to consume that? Blah, 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 blah. I know one other person, to be fair, and she also ate cat treats. But she liked it. I don't know her online. I know her offline, like IRL, and she liked it. The fishy cat treats. How do you know? Have you smelled cat treats? They smell like fish incarnate. Hello, Playasia and Pillow. I mean, I've smelled cat treats. Keep in mind, I do say this as someone who can't stand the smell of cat food or cat treats. It makes me like actually gag. But I don't mind the smell of dog ones. What do you mean kink shame? Leave me. Wait. People eat pet treats with pet play? What? What? Me trying to connect pet treats to kinks and drawing a blank until I realized. I know, I still didn't think that would have treats involved. I thought it would just be like, I don't know, head pats and nuzzles or something. The fuck does that have? No. You know what? I'm gonna attempt to ban this knowledge from my brain. I would like to unlearn everything I have just learned. As long as you eat safe cat treats, I mean, you do you, have fun, but you know you could have human treats. You could pretend they're cat treats. You could pretend. Hello, readers. Hello, Sarah. Is it okay if I pull up one of your clips? It'll be random though, so I'll only do it if it's okay, and if you don't want me to, I won't. It's all good. We're doing the Inter-chapter in reverse 1999. We have gotten very off topic. I am so sorry that you came in right now. Yes, sir, my because it's all good. I just learned that I just learned about the potential connection for cat treats and kinks, so it's fine. It can't possibly be any worse right now. Again, you do you. I'm not disgusted at the kink. I'm disgusted by the cat treats. It's been a time. Hello, welcome. I'm the CEO of Playasia. I'm not always this cursed, I think, question mark. Yeah, we're doing some reverse 1999 and very late in the main story, so run away if you don't want spoilers.
Wanna know what I am?
Ooh, is it like an RPG horror?
I'm yours.
The club just keeps freezing, I'm sorry. sometimes this happens and I don't know how to unfreeze it. It just freezes. we got to see it frozen in the middle, but thank you so much for the read. I appreciate it. We're gonna go through the rest of the inner chapter and I'll try to stay more on track. I'm also eating really fucking nasty meals, so if you hear me gagging, don't worry about it. Just pretend you don't. Yeah, exactly. Like pet play, that's fine. I feel like that's one of the tamest kinks, if anything. I'm always like, okay, whatever. If you want to be called a dog, that's fine. But why treats? Why cannot treats use people treats? Oh, fortune cookie. I'm eating a bunch of stuff like greens and chopped veggies and peas put in a rice cooker with miso and a bit of seasoning. But I also put tofu skin. And I love tofu skin when it's cooked properly. But for some reason, this one, the brand tastes really weird. The texture's really weird. It didn't cook properly. It's just nasty. It's so bad. I don't like it at all. It's the post chapter 5. Standing on a ladder, Sotheby gives her a big smile with a stack of files in her hand. The files she didn't finish reading are scattered on the ground, while the others have been well organized in the cabinet.
You didn't.
I sound like Sotheby. Am I like the the non-British Sotheby? Apparently, nice.
Yes, and I love these books in uncommon shapes. There are so many wonderful stories.
I do resonate with Sotheby, so maybe I just straight up am Sotheby. Not her voice actor, just I am Sotheby. I just am. This is me as a human. This is my face reveal.
I often read books with Susanna when father wasn't at home. He read and read until the red waves woke up the sun. Moreover, these files are much easier than Miss Moisson's reading to us.
Dang, she's having an easy time breezing through it.
The gentleman from River Conway tamed a whole group of Avanks. How marvelous is that?
She would be really into it and have a great time doing the reading.
Oh, okay. Looks like you meet the basic requirements for being a rookie investigator.
Hello, Hugh.
Plus ou moins qualifié pour être mon assistante en chef.
She says in French to herself, so Sotheby won't pick up on her acknowledging her. Cute. Martelda's pride is going to be the death of her one day. The young lady doesn't pay much attention to the mumbles from the monitor assistant. She's busy announcing her big discovery. Oh, she found something.
And I also found this interesting report. It tells a lot about the storm and the numbers.
So they got it then. She found something.
Will this be helpful to Barton?
I feel like it might have been put in the unimportant section just to like bury it so no one would see it.
Show it to me.
It's an easy way to hide important things sometimes. Just like put them in a place that has unimportant stuff and then no one will think anything of it. Because if you say something's important, do not access, then everyone's going to want to read it. She takes a pile of yellowed paper from Sotheby. This neat and orderly written report has no beginning or end. I mean, if it exists on paper, it must have a beginning or end, unless they mean they're ripped out. Obviously, the author is a meticulous person.
I have to say, it is undoubtedly a violation to submit such a report, but it will be a travesty of the truth and human sense if I cover it up.
She must have discovered something bad.
Sense, justice. They have always been the creeds in my heart, and are now the reason why I have decided to write down the whole thing. A long time has passed since the first attack of the most severe crisis in our time, but we are still wondering, what on earth does it mean?
This voice acting kind of sounds like Isolde. I don't think it is, but it sounds very similar.
That was the eve of the millennium, of which no one had any memories, illogically. The next day, time was already reversed to 1996, the moment we opened our eyes. We walked out of the building made of grey and white marble as usual.
Although I guess her part is
Hardly
next, so it
aware
could be
that
her.
The sun we based in was from another time. Our survival was unexpected and almost unbelievable in such a calamity which swept the globe. Why did the headquarters of the Foundation survive the reverse? Why couldn't we find our younger selves in the outside world? Did any other region survive it as we did? What was the cause behind this calamity?
So... that must be... It could be for then, because it's from another group that somehow survived it. And we know that the next chapter is going to be about a third party. This would make sense leading into the next chapter, if this does reveal the existence of a third group.
I didn't know, nor did anyone else. Things remained unclear until time was reversed again. This time, we all witnessed that reign in the 80s.
Weird.
These files Version needs.
They would definitely be useful, I think.
I think so.
She says in a trembling voice, "This monitor assistant who always claims to have a cool head has never panicked so much."
It's a report written by someone who witnessed the storm.
It seems to be Isolde. That's my best guess.
And it has recorded the storms before Verton became the timekeeper.
Right now, Verton's the one that's been tracking all the storms. True! That means there's somebody that was tracking before her. What happened to her then? Are they trying to like erase the existence? Or did something go horribly wrong? Oh, next main chapter is gonna be fucking banger. Hello, Riz. Holy shit. That's definitely setting up for some heavy content. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can see why they're having trouble staying calm after that reveal.
Before she became the timekeeper?
It kinda is a big reveal in and of itself, because if there was somebody else tracking things, why aren't they here now? If somebody was keeping track before Verton.
Whoa. So Verton wasn't born a timekeeper? She didn't tell you that? Wait, no one is born a timekeeper. It's not an inherited title.
It's a new title, isn't it?
Anyway, this report includes the secret chronology only accessible to the core members of the Foundation. You can only check it under the supervision of the monitor assistant before you become a qualified investigator.
So it's a good thing that Matilda took her on a whim then. Now we just gotta bring it to Verton. Matilda dusts off the folder carefully.
No matter what the reason is, it shouldn't have been shoved in this dusty room like rubbish.
I feel like that's exactly why it was shoved in here. They're trying to hide it. Also, good night, Dan.
To evaluate its authenticity and risk, the genius Matilda Boiniche will fulfill her duty as the monitor assistant and carry out a thorough inspection of this report.
I feel like it's probably above her head, too. She's not supposed to see this. They probably genuinely put it here thinking no one will ever come looking for it.
If you agree to this resolution, please nod, Assistant Sotheby.
Hello, you're working more than income. Matilda's accent is so cute. The speech is full of terminology Sotheby has never heard of, but it doesn't matter. Based on the tone of the speech, she's already decided how to answer. Sotheby, best assistant. So precious.
Was 1985. A gloomy, miserable night compared to that peaceful morning in 1996, when we were only bothered by confusion. We didn't expect time to be reversed again. Nor did we understand the consequence. Even now, I still remember Paulina's desperate cry. One of her hens was already inside the safe area when she fell at the entrance to the headquarters.
Oh, no.
And that was the only part of her left to us the next second. The only legacies we found were an engagement ring on that hand.
So she made it, but she didn't make it in. And her engagement ring. No.
And her favorite blue polka dot scarf, which we used to wrap her remains in the end.
Even though her remains are just a finger with an engagement ring. That's so fucked up. I wonder if that's why it seems like so many people were losing their minds in 1.7. Maybe they lose their minds because they can't cope with the storm.
To be honest, I admire.
Or if some of the experiments going on were trying to like figure out how to stop it.
It had nothing to do with the 1/4 Arcanist blood in my body. It was only the kind of empathy which all mankind would share out of instinct in the face of a hopeless calamity.
1/4. So Isolde's only 1/4 Arcanist, but it's enough to survive it if she's in the safe area.
We lost many, too many colleagues. In the materials they sent back, we even saw all the horrifying phenomena, such as one's veins turning into electric wires.
That's so creepy. I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because blood's almost like the electricity flowing through your body in a way. It's like keeps the currents going, but jeez, that's fucked. Just having that happen, I think that might be the most disturbing storm imagery yet. Like there's oh yeah, I forgot. We'll watch the 1.8 after this. There's a lot of weird shit in this game in terms of like imagery for the storm, but I think suddenly having your veins turn into electrical wires is the most disturbing one I've read.
Since then, the storm, a word simply taken from visual observation, has been used to refer to the calamity.
I feel like calamity makes more sense.
Of course, we can have a word for the calamity itself.
It implies a little more serious, but storm is probably better because it's less scary for people who overhear but really don't need to know the context. Yeah, veins into wires is way worse than eating gold.
It was supposed to be a straight line connecting the past and the future.
I just imagine them like breaking out of the skin and like flailing or freaking out because there's like no battery or anything. I don't know. Just, they wouldn't be as flexible as veins. Ugh.
We followed the line to move forward. We broke free from ignorance. We built
Also, like
civilizations. We developed technologies. We promoted the well-being of mankind. And we improved our living conditions step by step. We were so sure that we were making progress on the right path. But then, the path was taken away all of a sudden.
And reversed.
Oh, time. Our closest old friend, where are you taking us? Back to the two most painful war times in the 20th century? The era when no one had ever heard the hiss of steam engines? Or the century when mankind was yet to be enlightened?
I'm going back to Dymo's time. Gonna meet a T-Rex!
So far, mankind has achieved a lot in history. Dynamos, automobiles, flyovers, railways, hospitals, poorhouses. But if it goes on like this, what is the point of all the efforts we have made? Now we are like a shipwreck left on the island of time, witnessing the fall of the whole modern world in the unstoppable tsunami. Even though the Foundation has lost a lot of staff members, they are still doing fine compared to Laplace.
Is Laplace the name of the third location then? Or is that... No, that's the thing they mentioned a number of times. That's like the military group thing, isn't it?
My younger brother was a good example. He was the most sensible person.
100% Isolde, I know for sure now.
On the first day of the second reverse, he told me, in a calm manner,
At least we have reaffirmed that Newton was right. There was never an arrow of time in classical mechanics. Neither in relativity nor quantum mechanics.
That's true! At least it'd be kind of interesting in that way. So he's the guy with the like ponytail and bow that I've seen around, I think, based on the silhouette. Oh, Xeno's military and Laplace the science team. Yes! I always mix up the two. And I agree, Garden Bro. I was gonna say the same thing. The scariest part of the storm for me, I think, would be the same. It's like, imagine, sure, it would be devastating having everyone die and being sent back alone. That is scary. That is very scary. But the reality is, there will always be more people. Like, it happens in reality. There are people who lose everyone and have to start over. And it sucks. But imagine losing everything. Like, every single aspect of life as you know it. Like, you suddenly get sent back. You don't have a computer. You don't have the internet, so you can't even go on and Google what's happening. Where am I? No cell phones, no Google Maps. You can't get help to, like, get anywhere. You don't know anything. You don't even know what day it is. You don't have any money. If it's even the same currency, you don't have any job. You don't have any connections. You don't have any ID or anything, because obviously your ID would be from a time period that doesn't exist. It's just like you're kind of like a ghost wandering through time. You neither exist nor don't exist. And that would just be so fucked up. Like, how would you cope with your entire world getting thrown into disarray like that?
That means this is absolutely normal. Whether the time goes backwards or forwards, even if it starts spinning around like a tabletop football player. They're not against the law of physics. We can go back in time and give Poincaré a medal of great profit.
The next day, he almost fell off the 6th floor due to excessive drinking.
I wonder if he made a discovery that he couldn't cope with.
All the perceptions of time and space developed to this day were overthrown. We couldn't find any theories to explain the storm in any existing researches. There could only be 2 reasons for this situation. Either we've been completely wrong all the time, or we've come to a brand new world.
That's kind of a nice theory too, in a way. It's like, did time really go back? Or did we jump world lines to like an entirely different world?
And this new world can never make sense in the way of science, or that of physics. It cannot be verified by an independent third party, and it is impossible to be comprehended through reasoning.
Hello, person.
Is it true that we have been going the wrong way? Is it true that those once proven wrong by history, those arcanists who claim to possess gnosis, are actually on the right path? In fact, the one who put an end to the chaos was indeed not a human. This thing, I had no idea what it was. It claimed to be a machine which never stops working. It laughed at the limitations of our brains and the metaphysical mistakes we make.
Oh, that's the character. I've seen images of her before. I've seen her live 2D. She's like a robot-looking thing. I'm excited to learn about her when I get to her. Also, hello, Greg Johnson.
But it did
Probably better
solve
to
the
not
most
bring up
urgent issue.
like military
A system was
IRL
built
related
to
stuff
tackle
though, just to be on the safe side.
emergencies after it took charge of Laplace. The first measure it adopted was contacting all the existing branches of the foundations at the time to confirm the scale of available manpower. Then it built observation stations all over the globe to find if there were any other regions immune to the storm. After that, numerous offices responsible for deducing the cause of the storm were established.
So there's many.
Even though there were countless disagreements during the research,
There might not even just be 3.
the first step.
Dang.
I handed in the application to take part in this mission, determined to get rid of the fog in my mind. In 1986, I was assigned to the office in Egypt. All my friends came to the dock to see me off, because we knew it could be the final goodbye. Even though we were equipped with the emergency communication devices issued by Laplace, we were still not clear when the storm would assault us, or where we could hide nearby.
So if they get
What
caught
really
while they're
scared
there,
me
it's
was not
bad.
the threat to my life, but the possibility of dying ignorant. Then I boarded the ship to Alexandria from Athens. And that was when I met her.
Oh no.
Now when I recall it,
Why do I have a bad
almost
feeling it's
impossible to
Arcana?
ignore that group of arcanists on the ship. There were about a dozen of them, all in eccentric stitched robes. They were followers of a strange school which mixes arcanum and mathematics.
Oh. Could have still been Arcana then, because she was there.
I talked to them. No matter how much that conversation bewilders me now, I was more excited than confused at the time.
I wonder if that means they all ended up leaving the school. Or if that's other people related to the situation.
They also survived the
Wait!
storm in 1996.
Maybe this is her recounting her
and they
meeting with
noticed the
Burton.
unusual changes taking place in the world as well.
But it happened already. But we're about to go back and experience it. Because it didn't happen already for Verton, but it happened already for Isolde. Oh my god, my brain!
That means I actually met another group of survivors. From the Millennium.
Oh, this is so weird. My brain is getting so jumbled. She stops turning the pages.
Wait. A school of arcanists who survived the storm?
I can only refer to them, really, although they mean the math school. I've never really considered that a school, but I guess it's kind of like a school of thought. Alright. Now let's watch the trailer real quick before I forget, because it's going to be unrelated, so there shouldn't be too many spoilers. The 1.8 trailer, hold on. Farewell, Rayasti. Shouldn't spoil anything. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's gonna be completely unrelated to anything that's currently existing.
That navy blue color. It's a mutant. So that's why they've sent me here.
Oh, there's mutants now.
Something is wrong with this
We've had
town.
like arcana stuff, but I don't know if we've ever had anything that's just like called
is a town
mutants.
on an island near the North Pole. Peaceful and free from strife.
Oh, I like the music a lot.
For decades.
The accordion.
The town has prospered from mining ore.
But that ore has now run dry.
It reminds me of like Professor Layton music.
Zeno will no longer support us. Comrades, it is time to
I also
leave.
really like her design. She's very cute. Oh shit. Oh shit, this expression change on her face. I guess the lead guy didn't make it. Damn.
I drafted the town's ley energy map. Here.
Yeah, it's a really
find
ominous
resources.
looking event.
This is amazing! Are new rocks growing out of the dirt?
You found a new way out for us.
This is our last hope.
I like her as a new character though. She seems like she's gonna be
Our
interesting.
dreams. And unite our people.
I'm curious what year this one is in.
For our land. For our
For all of them, one of the things I wonder right away is when is this? Hello, no name, I'm not. I want to see the mermaid. Where's the mermaid? There she is. There she is. Mermaid!
new homes.
I need
The
her.
sun will
I need the
melt
mermaid.
with its snow.
I need mermaids everywhere. Wait, she's the mermaid?
By then, our peace
Even better.
will last forever.
Even better. Oh my god.
Join with us, comrades. Hearts scales. Sharp fangs.
I will try to resist pulling, but mermaid. She also looks really cute, so mermaid and cute. Also, I like her voice.
Worse, they call me liar.
Ooh.
Confirm the coordinates.
Hello, new
To draw a
mommy.
bigger picture.
I have robes, flowers, and white gloves.
And then there's this random baby.
Dig up.
There's the child of the group. Also, love Syrup Tears.
Will the daytime here be longer and
They look really cute though. Oh, they play with a bunny! And polar bears. Wait, I want the child. Out of all these ones, I want to hold the child. I want the babu. See what the workers club. Oh my god, it's a good employee. Ooh, I like the costumes. The bears are so good. Whoa. Oh, that costume, holy fuck. I don't think that would help with the cold as much as it looks like it's supposed to, but it's very nice looking. Yeah, that eternity is good though. Damn. I still don't have eternity. What a pain. Someday. Well, we have to wait a long time to get there anyway, because we're still at 1.5. This is 1.8. We're, you know, a number of months behind. Mini story for eternity? I think so. I think that's what it was. That makes sense to match the costume. I want to voice act Eternity's story. It looks like it'll be fun. Yeah, I kind of like the disconnected events as well. I like the balance of some that are disconnected but still connected. Like, enough that you don't need the existing
Find the
story to
source of this
appreciate them.
purported unlimited energy and report back to Sino. Don't meddle in things beyond your concern. Focus on your mission. You're different from them. Understand?
This seems like it's maybe really important, though. Wait, so this event's gonna be about
As
Zeno!
good as done.
This seems like it might actually be a surprisingly lore-heavy event for, like, an optional thing. Damn! We get a bonus event about Zeno? Well, that's gonna suck for people who miss it. Vila the Mermaid also have her character trailer out? Okay, let's check that one really, really quick. And yeah, it looks like the India event's coming back as well, which is nice. I can't find Vila's trailer. I literally can't seem to find it. Oh, I found it. I just didn't recognize it. It was in front of me the whole time. Okay. No one from the Foundation is present. True, it might be just disconnected.
Really? My babushka said that they eat humans.
Finally! Something that represents mermaids properly.
Vila doesn't have a fishy tail.
Mermaids
Maybe she
in like
made the
mythology
deal with a
are not
witch.
the like friendly, cute, beautiful wives everyone
did.
makes them out to
And
be.
the price
They will
was-
eat you.
To be your teacher.
Mermaids will fucking eat you.
Good morning.
I
comrades.
love scary
glad
mermaids.
you're
It's one of my
taking an
favorite
interest in my
fantasy
people.
tropes.
Grab your crayons to find the truth.
Speaking of
You must
fantasy, I've
think
started
and
giving
take
Dungeon
action.
Missy another chance. I
Miss
actually
Vila
really like it
looks
now.
nothing like
I think
the mermaids
episode 1
we
was
know.
just shit. I like the other ones a
Maybe
lot.
she's from another fairy tale.
She appears to be a cute waifu. I don't know. Did you see
Fairy
that,
tales can
Fang?
expand our imagination, and
Did
so
you see that,
too
Fang?
can reality. Let's use both of them.
Remember
for
the guy
our
that
learning
died in the
thing
other
today.
trailer? How do we know she didn't eat him?
Good.
Just saying.
The Dagon, harbinger of death, the legendary siren princess, and the Rusalka warrior.
How funny that
Each
be?
comes from different waters, with different ideas and identities. Most Rusalki choose to live in lakes or under the sea, while I choose this land.
So she's basically a mermaid that's just chosen to live on
build a
land with the
utopia
people.
where we can live and work
Okay, she
together.
actually seems like a really
A
wholesome
dream we all
character.
fight for. On this land, humans are Canis.
She's literally
And
Ariel.
Rusalki
Just starts to
are
live on
one.
land.
Will there be a fairy tale about Miss Vila in the future?
If so, I hope it won't just be a fairy tale, but history.
Aww. She seems seems really chill. I do kind of want to learn more about her, so I'm excited for her event. She seems really wholesome. Hopefully it'll be a nice, wholesome event, other than the fact that the trailer looked kind of scary. Alright. Little Mermaid karaoke as a catalyst to summon her, probably. Do one Little Mermaid song. I don't think I'll save up for her, though. I'm gonna be in recovery during that after Isolde. Right now I have enough for due pity, even if I like suffer. I have enough to get with double pity. But until then I'm gonna be really careful, I think. That and Birdman! I need to do Birdman and Isolde. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I fail any of the three. I really wanted Spathidea as well, but unfortunately I might have to give up on that one because I have my priorities.
Unbelievable. Our investigator actually met this group of arcanists who believed in numbers, and even left such a precious record down on paper.
Which means that Isolde was there before me. Also, hello, Shido-Kim.
Does it mean we are close to being helpful to Burton?
Aw, everyone just loves Burton so much. So cute. The chief assistant of the monitor assistant lets out a cheer.
Certainly. It's what we deserve for all the efforts today. But why did they leave such an important report in the reference room storing unnecessary information?
As I said, to try to hide it, because no one will look for it.
Did they misput it here after the chaos of the storm?
Nope, they're trying to bury it. Putting her confusion aside, Matilda turns to the next page of the record.
Among them, the most easygoing one was Hugh. He was an engineer as well as an arcanist. We shared the same preference for human technology, and that became our common topic. Hugh was in his 30s, red-haired, cheeks sunken, and deeply depressed due to some kind of eye disease.
I wonder if Hugh will be in the event, or if we learn about him now, because he's dead by the time the event happens.
He was a decent man, with a prudent attitude, working at a desk most of the time. He reminded me of the imperial miniature painting artists in the Sultan's palace. Most of them ended up blind after toiling for their life.
I wonder if it's like similar to Hatter's disease, like using lead and stuff in hats. Maybe it was stuff in paint that drove them to like damage their eyes.
He showed me the picture of his daughter. I don't have children, but I could feel his happiness as a father. Although I got along well with Hugh, he seemed quite out of place among that group. Which was actually led by her.
And who's that?
I don't know what
Wait, that's
words
not Robot
to use
Lady,
to
isn't it?
describe her. She was like a meteor shower, a tempest, or an unreasonable catastrophe itself. Her existence
Unless
was
her
just
is
like her name.
Arcana.
It was simple, yet implied a lot. Please forgive me for my cowardice. Even now, I don't have the courage to write down her name. If one would call that a name.
I wonder if it's actually someone we've never met yet.
In fact, she was quite a kind, warm-hearted person. Among all the unregistered arcanists I've met, she was one of the nicest ones towards the Foundation. She looked young, even though I heard she had a daughter too. Besides, she still possessed the innocence of a child, and that kind of excitement exclusive for genius. That's right. It seemed the whole world was like a sparkling toy to her.
I wonder if she could be Verton's mom. Because we don't know a lot about Verton.
Our communication was heart-stirring at the beginning. Both of us were
They
eager
said
to
she's a
find out
daughter.
what was happening. Like two shipwrecked victims grappling at each other on the sea. But I didn't have the slightest idea what she was talking about, actually. The problem was not the typical communication issues between humans and arcanists. I was sure the language we used didn't pose any obstacles, but still I couldn't understand any words of hers. I would believe that one is highly intelligent if one can name all the factors of 11,567 without thinking.
I wonder if she only used math then. Hello, Sterling.
But what this one said was illogical nonsense which no one could ever imagine.
She has seen too much. She's become one with the storm.
She claimed that there is a world of numbers, above all else.
Ah, okay, so she would have been from the math place, probably. Maybe it's Sophia.
Absolute, unchangeable ideas, and that the physical world where the time flows is nothing but an appendage, which has never been real.
No, because Sophia wouldn't really escape yet.
And that's why the chaos in this world is not worth any attention, and we should focus on what happened to the supreme existence.
Okay. Also, hello, mercenary.
What an utter disaster combining modern maths with the ancient superstition. I saw another hubristic
math is pretty
arcanist
ancient, too.
pretending to be the prophet by reliving Platonism.
You know, it'd be nice if one day math gets written off as a superstition. I'd love to have to not do math anymore. Hello, see Raymondi.
I don't even bother to mention the balderdash on soul numbers. Even the New Age movement could use some of her absurdity. But that was not yet the end. She even claimed to be aware of the exact year when the next reverse would happen.
Oh! Wait! That was probably the parents when they were traveling before they got hit by the storm and came back as the shapes. It must be!
But when I asked her about it...
Because they were doing the research that 37 was like watching.
My apologies. I've made an oath. I shall and only shall reveal the demonstration to people who have their own soul numbers.
I'm not sure whether she was making fun of me or being serious, but I had this feeling that she was eager to tell me how she was granted the secret through a moment of afflatus. It seemed she just saw through the laws behind all things instead of finding them through logical deduction.
So she can just kind of see it right away. She doesn't have to.
Can't you see it? It is right in front of you.
It sounds like she's talking about 37. Maybe this is the people after they leave the island, and we haven't seen them leave the island. It's implying they did.
After I expressed my inability to comprehend her words 30 times, she finally gave up and proffered regrets. I'd rather take it as a new kind of humiliation. What really irritated me about her, however, was her contempt towards science and all the scientific research methods.
Would it be 37 then? Because a lot of their math research has been very scientific in nature.
As far as I'm concerned...
Oh, she means technology. It makes sense. She didn't really care about that stuff. Hello, Mouse.
And generalizability. Our pursuit of the truth has laid the foundation of modern science, allowing us to change the world. Yet, in her eyes, the value of a theory lies in its beauty.
How's a theory beautiful? It's a theory. And not beautiful, it's just a theory.
On the current situation, and I told her how we would save lives and preserve the hard-earned technology of mankind if we could find the pattern of the storm.
And then she's like, oh, you just want to preserve mankind? You don't just care about math? Then I'm not helping you.
It was of course not an easy thing to do, and would take enormous manpower. So I asked her sincerely to join the Foundation. Yet again she responded with contempt. She believed they would only become another military squad of the Foundations.
I'm gonna be honest, she probably had the right understanding. Were they complacent in what's happening? Yeah, but if they would have went to the Foundation, they would have just been becoming another military squad of the Foundations. And that's not what she wants.
Darling, maths are beautiful for their uselessness. That's why it remains noble and graceful in this sordid world, despite you humans' reckless action of using it to calculate blessing.
I mean, math is useful for a lot of reasons, not just that.
She turned down my invitation and left an unfairly negative comment on our storm observation project.
The observation stations you built are destined to be toppled because their basis is the fragile world that follows the laws of physics. The efforts you've made are like nails on a sand beach, which will only be carried away by the next tidal wave.
Which is kind of referring to the storm, I think. Interesting. So she's not willing to help them, not because she's not interested, but because saving all the technology and not worrying about the storm, it only is like the surface world, the fragile physics world. She's only interested in like the true meaning of everything, like above that. And if the calculations say something should happen, she doesn't really have an interest in stopping it.
But I said, perhaps our efforts are in vain, but someone has to do it. We will try every corner of the beach before making the conclusions that the world we are living in is already a hopeless ruin.
I genuinely wonder if Isolde is one of the people that actually started bombing the island because she got mad. She's like, fine, you guys won't help me die. She seems very irrational in her thought. Just from the trailer, I am very afraid of her and very excited for her.
It's a hopeless ruin.
The conversation ended in disagreement. I don't know why arcanists hate the world so much. Perhaps the reason is they have never been truly accepted. To this day, I still remember her venomous conclusion.
The world built on past experiences has ended. In your words, which you used to mock us, why not embrace the reality?
While she has a point, that's so harsh and easy for her to say when her home isn't the one that's getting reversed.
Yet about the gnosis which she deeply believed in, and the so-called prophecies she made through numbers, she had never given any proofs or details that showed rigorous logic. And the reason for her inactions was an oath she had made before some stone?
It must have been the math statue. To be fair, we learned what happens when you break those oaths. The birds come for you.
I believed her words were only the nonsense of a lunatic. When we first met, I thought she was different from all those psychos, who mistook the malfunction of their prefrontal cortex as the will of God. But they turned out to be the same.
The difference being she doesn't think she herself is God. She thinks math is God.
Human sense. I swore everything she said was absurd and ridiculous to me. Until...
I am loving the voice acting here if it is Isolde. Such a good character.
Madame Z.
She has a very strong conviction for something, it seems, and I'm very excited.
Because they have a strong belief that numbers are the essence of their souls. The investigator wouldn't write down her name. Is it because of the conflict between their beliefs?
Probably. Because she doesn't care about numbers. Matilda turns to the next page eagerly, as if checking a novel brought in class by some undisciplined student. But the reality welcomes her with an empty page.
Huh? That's all?
That was foreboding. Maybe because the story ends with an abrupt stop or the hope just raised has dashed down, Matilda clenches her handkerchief with her sweaty palm.
Submitting such an unfinished report would only cause problems for the reviewers and evaluators. But this investigator didn't even write down their name.
Don't worry, Ms. Burnish. I'm familiar with this situation. Every time, after the brave Typhon defeats Jupiter, he returns to the Auto Island.
Was that like a TV show?
Each time we twist the ear of Mr. Glassbox,
it might have been TV back then. I don't know what it would be.
Again and again.
The comic book?
Ms. Moisson told me the ear is the key to bringing back our hope.
I guess they might have a TV in the Foundation, though. So I guess it could be a TV show.
Wait, don't tell me you are talking about the shows on the mechanical television.
He's like, don't worry! We can definitely do it just like on TV. Poor Sotheby, misunderstanding how difficult reality can be. Ignoring the monitor assistant's confusion, the enthusiastic young lady starts looking around for the ear that carries all her hope.
Stop, Miss Sotheby. Please, take a seat on the cushion and listen to me carefully.
Matilda's just not putting up with this. She's like, please, shut up and listen.
Not some TV show full of cliffhangers.
I mean, technically it's a game full of cliffhangers.
Oh, I see. Must be a cocoa treant who took away the other part of the book.
I think you've got to track it
They will
down
be
then.
attracted by Luna Fixer, and by following their traces, we'll find their lairs in the stable. You mean someone took it away? That's highly possible.
I feel like it says something that can't be known.
Especially under the monitor.
Something too dangerous, and that's why it was taken away.
We must prepare Luna Fixer. Don't forget their favorite jigging magical beans.
What are jigging magical beans? I just imagine them like dancing, the dancing jelly beans. I feel like this would be the most... That's a good question. Are jelly beans illegal on the island? They're not real beans!
I don't have those materials with me right now, but I can write to them. It only takes a month.
A month? Okay, we need a new solution right now. That's not gonna work. The disconcerting conversation is clearly too much for this rigorous monitor assistant. Hello, Nonim.
Nuh-uh. We don't need that.
After taking a deep breath, Matilda takes out her crystal orb. An ambitious smile spreads over her face.
You've perfectly accomplished the task from me when you found this valuable report. Well done, Assistant Sotheby.
I mean, technically, that's all we really needed from her anyway, and she already did it, so...
Now it's time for the great Matilda to show a little bit of her greatness.
She's like, it's my turn to do something useful. She hasn't done much of anything. Other than, I guess, show her the location with the super illegal hidden document thing. Alright, we are half done now. And I'm about to take a break. I need to finish the rest of it before Final Fantasy XIV. So we should be more than okay to do that. I will be back in a few minutes. And then we'll finish the rest of it. And then we'll do some pulls. See, I have 33,400 drops. My saving has been going quite well. As a compromise, because I know it's a while, let's do a single pull now. And then we'll do 10 at the end. Let's do one singular pull. Alright, no song, just numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whee! I knew it. 3. I almost always get the fucking triangle every time I do a single pull. Every time. Every time. Oh my god.
4A6F686E.
I mean, technically also a number character, but it's just more like speaking in numbers. This is the wrong type of numbers. The real question is, would the island love or hate John Twitter? Would they love her or would they hate her? I honestly don't know. Also, oh my god, the Utu stage with her is making me actually lose my mind. I was hoping if we had time we could take a look at that and you guys can give me some advice, but I don't know if we'll have time or not. Alright, give me a sec. Hold on. Here we go. This is peak gaming, boys. I am fucking Solid Snake now.
Abby, what did you do?
It mouth to be approximately the same shape, but when you say it kind of like you in
Don't
Nihongo,
worry about it.
Oh no.
It's making kind of a noise.
Yuri-chan! Look.
Yuri got.
I'll join the lobby again, so at least
I got a very small one.
Looks so nice. I like it. It's like.
The absolute worst type of ASMR is food ASMR. The kind that makes me want to vomit. So I hope you appreciate. Actually, no, I hope you fucking don't appreciate. I hope you suffered. I hope that was the most suffering you ever had in your life, and you're absolutely miserable. I hope that wasn't worth it at all. I hope that absolutely wasn't worth it.
Fuck you!
どうやら目を覚ましたようですよ。
I'm calling it now. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I think that's the voice of the guy in the chair, because the design fit really well. I opened my eyes, but my vision is blurred. I'm calling it right now. The girl on the far left with the dark hair, she's the one that was like, should I kick her? I think so. The dizzying pain in my head is unbearable. There's a constant ringing in my ears and my body won't move an inch. Away. Can I unwatch a trailer? How do I, is there like an undo button in real life? How do I unwatch something? I wish I could get that out of my memory. Where are the animators? Hi, I don't know. I don't know. 届けて切なさには名前を付けようかスローナレーション思いが重なるまで待てずに悔しいけど過ぎて順調離別の中ためらってもダメだね飛び込む Well, apparently me and Aka are having babies. Let's go! I knew what I was in for.
You know what though? To be honest, Pam, this is a normal. This is a normal Tuesday night for me.
Exactly.
So
it's pretty normal. Pretty normal.
It's average payday for me.
Sorry, just look at how these. I just wanted to
I
say,
definitely
Ghost and Nike has nothing on Akamana.
Listen. I even realized that I would die going inside the building, so I saved right before I went in the building. That's not competent. I don't know what is. Saving before I'm gonna die because I know I'm gonna die? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's just cruel. You might as well be saying I'm good for nothing. I mean, not that it isn't true, but still. Higher rate than usual. Thank you, it held through. Oh no. C14, thank you for the 50 gifted. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, baby, no! So close! I taste the victory! So close, I can taste... People are so quick to yell at kids these days. What about parents these days? I'm literally seeing the kids playing on a playground while their parents are like texting on their phone or playing games or whatever, and the kids leave. I literally sat there once because I was bored. I went for a walk. There's a playground. I just kind of sat on a swing because it was near empty. And I was just chilling. And then, all of a sudden, there was a kid. They just ran past me giggling, and I looked around, and there was a parent just texting. The kid just ran into the woods, like left. I waited like a couple minutes, and the kid never came back. So I ran up to the mom, and I'm like, your kid is like gone. And she's like, wait, no, they're right there. And pointed at the playground. There's no fucking kid. So, yeah. They ran into the woods chasing their kid. I hope they found their kid, but like, Jesus Christ. I'll talk to him from his lap, it's fine. Oh god, he's on my lap. Oh, never mind. We're just kind of fusing into this very terrifying thing. What happens if I change? Oh, if I change poses, it's the other way around again. It seems a little big to be sitting on my lap. My hands are just going through him. He looks like he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm keeping him prisoner on this chair. I'm like a seatbelt. See? My arms are just a seatbelt. Why pay for a seatbelt when you can have a Pam? Oh, man. I'm gonna stay here. That's not sus. It's exactly as the game allows. Oh my, what motion data?
Commander, should we pull out?
Because of what fucking game we're playing, for a second I did a double take hearing that. I was like, excuse me? Oh, Donald Duck? It almost looks like a Donald Duck cosplay. I fell against the wall laughing. Hold on. I can't hold myself up right now. That you will be here. It's Donald Duck the sign. It's Donald Duck the sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Can you still see your dreams shining brightly, or have they gone dull against the stars? Tell me, are they brighter or duller now that I'm holding your hand? I have seen hearts like yours glow with the passion we call love. When emotions overflow, I know you'll rise above. Okay, we are back. I am dead, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit EP, but hopefully not too EP. The thing that I take for anxiety, when I went to get some, they didn't have the normal dosage available, so the only thing I could get was double. And I am small.
You get me back.
And I was told it might make me a bit EP.
And I'm telling you, you blue
and
jelly
I'm like,
feather birdie tail.
oh boy.
Screw your nebula office process.
It'd be doing the EP. I was told I'll probably adjust and have no more EP. For now there's big EP until I get used to it. Okay, let's finish. Another traveler. Oh man. I'm like zoning in and out. The EP is so powerful. This is fun. I've been getting back into working out as well though, so I'm hoping the working out will help offset it just enough. There's no moonlight during the daytime. The most obvious sentence I have ever read. Oh wait, I forgot to retweet them back. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, now we're good. Right now, I'm just doing Miku fitness boxing, which actually is also part of why I'm so tired, because it kicks your fucking ass if you play it on medium or difficult. And I did, and I am sore. But the moon is not the only choice for divination.
Judging from the omen, it's at the northwest, the beginning and the ending of the ring, where the wall reflects repeatedly.
It's like a mirror. Holding the crystal orb with both hands, Matilda keeps adjusting her position while trying to figure out the vague vision in the sphere. Sotheby follows her with a curious face.
The northwest of SPDM. This one is straightforward. The beginning and the ending of the ring is not a problem either. The icon of the computing center is exactly the Ouroboros, a serpent eating its own tail. Here we are.
Oh, that does make it easy.
But
it follows the
wall
instructions very clearly.
Does that mean a closed room with mirrors?
Kind of implies something like that, yeah.
The mirror in the display center is a huge kinescope in the wall. And the one in the airtight laboratory is a crystal clear observation window. The one in the rehab center?
Neither quite fits the bill.
No. The mirrors in the operation room have been replaced with curved electronic screens of steel structure after that xenopilot made a scene.
We can blame Lilia.
So, where is the answer?
He slowly turns around, trying to find the perfect angle for clearer vision. It is interesting that the Xeno event doesn't seem to be having anything to do with Lilia. A white figure storms away from her side, almost bumping off the orb she slightly holds.
Hey! You just hit me! Shouldn't you apologize?
This is a rando researcher.
Where did you come from, dork? Wasting my time.
The fuck? How dare you speak to my daughter that way? How fucking dare you? The man groans a curse and hastily leaves his place. Good! Or I will actually beat you up. With his hands covering his nose and mouth, and I am good at it too. I practiced with Miko!
What? How could he say that? That's rude!
Yeah! Just a little.
That gentleman doesn't look well. He's covering his face. His nose is running with purple liquid. Oh dear. Did he drink a whole bottle of purple Chrysandra juice? He needs
Or
treatment
he's
immediately.
actually dying. He's bleeding purple.
He ran towards the rehab center. Nothing to worry about. Just another patient trying to prove he has recovered.
Sounds like a lot of people don't want to be in the research center. Or rehab center, I guess. Which is probably actually just a research center. It's supposed to fix people, but people don't seem to want to be there. The hasty man has disappeared completely. The little incident doesn't raise anyone's attention.
The rehab center has all the facilities and medicines he needs. He will be properly treated.
If they get him back.
Why is he wearing the uniform of Laplace?
Maybe he's
and
from
where's the
Laplace.
receptionist here?
Maybe he's not a patient. Maybe something is going wrong inside Laplace. The lobby of the Scientific Computing Center welcomes them with a deafening silence. The counter is no longer busy with people, but with an auto-recognition device instead.
Does everyone go to the weekend party night?
I love Sotheby's assumption. The wholesome assumption that they're just having a party instead of something is horribly wrong. Probing around the counter, the temporary investigator seems determined to dig out a party gramophone from somewhere.
Absolutely Absolutely not. The researchers here are too busy to do that.
So something's gotta be
The
wrong.
Computing Center is working on the most urgent and vital project, the research on the immunity to the storm. We should not disturb them unless it's an emergency.
I mean, it might be for all we know.
So please stop calling the office and put down the telephone, Miss Sotheby. This is not the ear of a teakettler, and it won't take you to any twist balls.
The monitor assistant can't stand the difference in their terminology anymore, just yells at her, be like, I don't understand you.
Je sais qu'elle est débutante, mais quand même, elle est trop bizarre.
Matilda's getting fed up.
On patience. Regardera Flatus at the right time. J'avoue que Verten a remporté une victoire temporaire sur ça.
I like how she said that with like a mix of the English and French. It's kind of nice. Nice twist. Because that's what a lot of people will do if they're speaking in like a place where it's not their first language. If they like get really mad and start ranting, it kind of like jumbles up the two. Instead of just reverting to their own, unless they don't want people to understand it. Coming from me who's done this. Her mumbling is interrupted by the owner of the cheerful footsteps. Yeah, exactly. Research is getting a break. Less likely than a 6-star, 100%.
Miss Boonish, I just read the map on the counter. You mentioned where the wall reflects repeatedly. Does the vision refer to the racquetball center here? You see, its icon is a bouncing ball.
Oh. It could be the ball is reflected. It didn't say vision is reflected.
Let me take a look.
I'm smart.
Found it. This is really the right direction. Next, empty boxes, glasswares, and copper pieces. Looks like our destination has piles of metal.
Back to the garbage can? Probably has piles of metal. The garbage fight here was the best fight in the game. Changed my mind. The vision in the orb is growing clearer, proving that they're heading in the right direction. That eases Matilda's mind.
Good job, Assistant Sotheby.
Ah, she called her by her name.
I have to say, I might have gone a bit too hard on you. You are more capable than I thought.
Sotheby's always been pretty capable. She just has a unique way of thinking. She kind of does things her own way.
Sotheby is glad to help.
The young lady gladly hops along the way while she doesn't give up peering at Matilda's crystal orb.
Miss Boonish, since you're such a talented diviner, why don't you just divine the reason for the storm with your inherited arcanum ability?
I bet she's probably tried. She can't honestly have not tried. It can't be that easy. Hello, 97?
According to Ms. Moisson, the reason still remains a mystery. If the crystal orb can reveal its truth, everything will be much easier for Vertin and her team.
They find the reason for the storm?
She's like, that's not how it works, bitch! She's ready to throw hands. The brave assumption astonishes this great diviner. She almost drops the orb.
That's impossible for sure. It's a typical
How's she
mistake
tried,
of
though?
laymen to believe one can see everything through divination.
I guess divination can only give you clues then.
You are an expert on potions and arcane creatures, but you have little knowledge on other subjects. Haven't you received any systematic education on arcanum?
She's like, no, I'm homeschooled.
Education in arcanum? I'm of course well educated.
Which can sometimes actually be way better.
Ms. Moisson
I've met
is my
people that are
teacher,
homeschooled that have
and my
like
arcane
struggled a bit
friends
more, but I've
such
also
as
met people that are
Typhon
homeschooled
from
that are
Water
fucking
Island,
geniuses.
Jupiter and
It just comes down to not being the same as most people get. Different for better or for worse.
Alright, enough.
She shakes her head, stopping her from listening to another name for an arcane creature that nobody has ever heard of. Hello, Dr. Dreds.
I have understood the fact that the education you have received is not systematical, or say incomplete, imperfect, inelegant.
Okay, that's a little harsh on the last part there. Okay, I can understand not systematical. The other one's just kind of mean.
But don't worry, because you are talking to the kind-hearted Matilda. She will spend her valuable time to make it up for you.
Just brainwash her with all your school knowledge. The great monitor assistant clears her throat and starts recalling what she learned when she was 12.
In fact, the system of arcanum knowledge is not completely separated from that of human science. For example, the modern pharmacy and chemistry actually originated from the experiments of potions and alchemy in the ancient times.
No, I believe that. There are probably people mixing like medicines and chemicals and stuff, calling themselves alchemists or whatever, back when, and it just eventually became pharmacy and known as science instead of magic. And instead of potions, it was just like chemical mixtures. I don't know for sure, but I would believe it if that was literally how it started.
They developed into two different systems because arcanists
I can't believe if we used to
on
think
the
it's
knowledge
magic.
ignored by scientists, which is gnosis. The knowledge we learn from divination is exactly under this category.
Wow. Sotheby's so genuinely amazed. I love how just like, honestly transparent, I guess is a good way to put it, she is. She just believes anything and is always so honest. Sotheby's eyes light up with amazement. Oh my god, I burped. This is so awful! Matilda takes out her notebook and draws a brief sketch in it. Yeah, she's our
Let me fill you in with more details. If two human researchers test Snell's law at two different places at the same time without making any mistakes, they will always reach the same conclusion. Or if two potionists use the same ingredients and follow the same formula to make the cough cough stop stop potion separately, their products will also have similar effects. However, if two diviners respectively perform divination on the same thing, they will probably see totally different visions.
Because that makes sense. There's more to it. Because visions, one, it's like what the diviner puts into it kind of comes out of it, I guess. And then they have to interpret it. So it's not like a simple, like, yes or no, get the answer. It's more like interpretive and complicated and flexible.
Because what the divination shows is merely omens. The interpretation of these omens is in fact a kind of subjective deduction based on the reality. And there is no such thing as a standard answer.
And because of that, they're not able to use it to determine what the cause of the storm is, because it would just give something that has to be interpreted, and she might not interpret it correctly anyway. So it's easy to ask for stuff where it's easy to interpret, like where is something, or yes and no questions, things like that.
Even if the two diviners draw the same conclusion, it is more of a coincidence than a result that implies generalizability. So diviners never check the accuracy of their divination through the review of peers.
Because it wouldn't make sense if theirs are just different.
And this is an example of gnosis. Unlike human sense, it is unique and possesses no universality.
It's like unique to the individual who does it. Okay. She puts it away and wiggles her index finger. Just imagine her waggling her finger.
Even if someone
just like
finds out the
Edgeworth.
reason for the storm through divination, they can't have other diviners verify it. Because 100 different diviners will give out 100 different conclusions. The scene will be even busier than a concert at Musikverein. That being said, the more possible result we get from the divination is nothing. Divination cannot bring knowledge which the diviner
Exactly!
cannot
So it can help them, like, predict or answer things they're already knowledgeable about, but it can't explain something. It can't explain something that they don't yet know. Because it can only be interpreted using words and theories and things that they already know. You can't, like, it's like you've never seen a dog in your life before, right? You suddenly see a dog. You can't explain that it's a dog and talk about it being a dog if you've never seen a dog because you don't know what a dog is. But somebody else who knows it's a dog could come right up and be like, oh my god, it's a dog, because they know it's a dog and they can interpret it as a dog. Does that make sense? Also, I noticed me. So only someone who already knows the truth of the storm could divine the truth of the storm, essentially.
We may find one or two diviners like that if time continues to be reversed.
So we'll learn more about it.
But he lived in the 16th century.
You just go back in time and be like, hey yo, Nostradamus, can you help? Imagine. He's like, hopefully it won't come to that.
But Miss Billanish is.
That's a very wholesome level of belief, Sazabi, but please. She just explained to you.
Thanks to your divination, we're getting closer and closer to that report, right?
Matilda awkwardly having a moment to explain, well, actually, I'm not always right.
You are right. Finding items.
Or she just takes it as a boost to the ego.
All these things are just a breeze for the bright and clever Matilda. But inquiring about the storm is beyond my ability, and it will only bring misfortune. I will never make such a stupid mistake.
Sounds to me just like you haven't tried. Matilda regains her radiant appearance.
In fact, this half of the report and the handwriting of the author are perfect divination media. Besides, our target is not far away from us, and I'm familiar with the surroundings, which have made things much easier than usual.
I was gonna say, it's going pretty smooth.
Can improve the accuracy and controllability of their gnosis by practicing repeatedly, holding the rituals properly, and making targeted preparations. But that still doesn't mean the result will be absolutely accurate.
It's just more likely to be accurate. I feel like this really does make sense now that I'm seeing more of it as an inter-chapter, because the reality is, it's giving us a lot of lore about like how things work and different characters and stuff like that. But it wouldn't make sense to have this be part of the main story necessarily, just because it very much is like a side thing. It's not jumping back into the bombs dropping on the island. That's probably going to be 1.7, unfortunately. But we're getting a lot of backstory that's interesting here. Sazabi nods. No one can tell from her face whether she truly understands that announcement or not. Spin? Oh shoot! Spin doesn't work. I have it in the notes. It only works with 3D. I don't have 3D right now, so please don't use the 3D ones right now. It also has exclamation point redeem and then space spin, but it will not do anything today. Reading the vision in the orb, Matilda leads Sazabi around another corner nimbly. If I put the explanation wrong, let me know and I can try to fix it. I can't spin in 2D.
The report says that person who mentioned the School of Numbers claimed she was enlightened about the year of the next storm. Is that also by divination?
I wonder. It kind of seemed like they were using numbers for divination.
I am not sure what kind of arcane skills they used, but numbers are indeed a kind of omen too. I am not talking about the specific knowledge of mathematics, but
because it seems like they were using numbers as
more abstract than images and
numbers as a way to predict not only the present but the future and also explain the past. Dance there. I don't think there is a dance one in 3D. I think it just makes the little stream avatars dance. It might make them spin as well if there's a spin for them as well, but I don't think there's a dance redeem, so it probably just makes them dance. I saw someone on screen dancing, so that was probably it.
Even so, there is no way for us to verify this prophet unless it really comes true. That is also why it takes almost nothing to spread a prophecy. My mother told me many people in the outside world write to the Foundation every day. claiming to be prophets who can predict the doomsday and thus requesting unemployment benefits.
Imagine being like, I've seen the end of the world. It's coming. Please give me unemployment money. No.
Unemployment benefits? Oh my. The outside world is far more wonderful than I thought. How fascinating.
Those aren't usually things people would start cheering for as being fascinating. Sotheby is... Sotheby's like, oh my god, doomsday, but there's unemployment benefits? I can live my final days without working? Sign me up for the end of the fucking world. It's like, yeah, imagine just calling into your insurance and be like, hey bro, we just found out that it's the apocalypse. Like, we're dying in a week. Can I have dental benefits? Just for 1 week? Can I have my teeth cleaned before I go out with a bang? Like, I just want clean teeth, please. That's true though. If she is from 1929, to her these things would be kind of fascinating. The doomsday, maybe not so much, but unemployment, I'm pretty sure is not something she would even know about.
This Playasia is even greater than I expected.
She's so cute, and I love how Matilda's just eating the salt.
Wait, did you mean I was not the greatest?
Their dynamic is really fun. I hope she can help her forget about Sonetto. Because that's never happening. Nope. You can just have a bestie instead. You can't date Sonetto, but you can have a bestie assistant. They have reached the end of the corridor. Matilda puts away the orb and looks at a wooden door with no sign in front of her. This is where the vision leads them to. The room next to the racquetball center.
Here we are, Miss Sotheby. Now, this is the moment to verify the result of my divination.
We're gonna find out if it's the right room, I guess. The racquetball place. She opens the door with a slight push. To be continued. Ominous. Oh, it's our first little bonus thing.
If you look at the ground after the rain, you can often see a wet, long trail, like this one. At the end of the trail, there may be a snail slowly crawling forward. Yes, forward. The snail marks the direction.
I love that. It's one thing I'm really scared of, though. When I walk through the forest after the rain, I have to look at the ground constantly because there's a lot of snails and slugs, and I don't want to step on it. I stepped on a snail once, and the crunch below my feet had me in tears. Never again.
What if we don't see any snails at either end? How are we going to distinguish the direction to the future from that to the past?
Just the slime trail. It's like seeing a jet trail in the sky, but there's no plane. You need a criterion.
Criterion? Well said, darling. To figure something out, you always need to make deductions based on facts and logical reasoning. What you see is not necessarily true, but what is logical is. Because we haven't witnessed or experienced anything illogical so far. If something like that actually happens, it must be because we are too ignorant to understand it for the moment.
Because everything eventually becomes logical. Anything that's illogical is only illogical until we can learn to explain it.
This point was firmly believed by those researchers who worked in the house like canned sardines.
You used to move snails to random spots. I do that if I see them crossing, just because I don't want them to get stepped on. I don't move slugs, though. They scare me too much. Especially because I think I saw a slug once that was like 4 inches or something, and I just like... I'm afraid of slugs a little bit, so that was not good. That was not a good time. I used to love slugs. I don't know when I became afraid of them. I used to pick them up and be like, oh my god, cute. Now I'm just like petrified. I pick up worms though and bees. If it's like been raining a lot and I see a worm in the middle of the sidewalk, I'll get like a stick and move it into the grass. Or if there's a bee that's like standing in the middle of the sidewalk, I'm assuming it's too tired and can't fly anymore. So I'll pick it up and move it out of the way with a leaf or something. Cause I've seen too many squished bees and I just want to protect the bees. So I'll just like pick it up and move it somewhere a little safer. The amount of bees that could have stung me but didn't is a miracle.
It remained true to them until the first drop of rain rose. The sardines suddenly found that the knowledge they possessed couldn't support the point anymore. The can was opened, revealing a completely different thinking pattern to them.
True, I like that metaphor. It's just like you're in the can, everything is familiar. And then you open up to new possibilities and suddenly everything is new. There's a whole world of new things out there. It's like when the storm happens, all logic makes no more sense. Like rain starts going up instead of down. Like obviously it makes no sense, but it has to make sense somehow because it's happening. Pick up a bee, yeah! You know, bees sometimes get really tired and they can't move. I found a number of them in that state, so I just picked them up and moved them. I've never been stung, so it's fine. I'm able to tell. You shouldn't just go up and pick up random bees, but sometimes you just look at them and you can tell they're really, really tired and groggy. So I'll get a leaf, I'll kind of get them on a leaf, and I'll move them somewhere safe.
Whatever they used to mend the can, there was still a crevice left between the inside and the outside, and it could be ripped open again at any time.
I wonder if that's referring to like when the storm stops in the middle. What happened then?
The chaos didn't last. If it really was the rain that swept away the snail and messed up time, then we should look at the silver lining. Does it mean we will find out the truth of time once the secret of the rain is revealed? There has never been a shortcut like this one, since time is only an intangible concept.
Time is kind of a concept. We like to look at it moving forwards, but the reality is there's a lot of theories about like all time existing at the same time, but we only interpret a small flash of it at a time, or like time can move in every direction for some reason, only moves forward. There's so many theories of time that if we figure out the truth of the storm, we could figure out the truth of time. That'd be fascinating. And scary.
So then,
it's just like the truth of space. It's like there's some things that I feel like we're better off not knowing.
The staff learned how to collect and keep the valuable samples efficiently in no time. The little boxes they use to store the raindrops are still being upgraded even now.
Cause like one thing that I recently learned about that I would like to unlearn about supermassive black holes. I would like to forget they exist.
Order and silence were brought back to the labs.
They scare
Every
the
piece
shit
of
out
gear
of
was
me.
placed back on the right track.
They're like hundreds of times bigger than the sun. They're like actually terrifying.
It was a grand feat, and no one could have accomplished it inside this huge, cumbersome machine, except another machine. She took no sides and sought only predictable results. That's why she made a decision as soon as she read that report and its attachment on her desk. The former was about a delicate component which flapped like a butterfly in that huge machine. And the latter was a piece of paper full of circles and dots.
Everything can end at any given moment. Joke's on you. If the theory that all time exists at the same time is true, then nothing ever ends, fucker! Or maybe
Then
everything
she stored
ends.
the information
Who
on
knows?
her hard disk and destroyed
Maybe
the
there's
report.
neither a start nor an end, and everything's eternal.
And the paper which claimed to have recorded the locations where the storm might happen, yes, the one with the butterfly-like drawings, was retained for data comparison.
Hello, Gabriel C. There's a class of black hole bigger. Wait, ultramassive I think is the one I meant. I learned about the biggest one. I just couldn't remember the name of it. I thought maybe supermassive. Ultramassive. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. The one that was 40 billion. I was like, I couldn't remember the exact numbers. There's like hundreds of times. It's definitely safe at least. So ultramassive black holes. The biggest one is 40 billion times the mass of our sun. Yeah. Wait, let me find an image of that if I can find it. If that's the right one. There's like a very specific image comparison I saw that scared me. Where is it? can find it. But there was a thing that like showed comparisons for how big they are. Ton 618, is that the one? I know it's ton something, the one I was looking at. 618 Milky Way. Okay, here we go. I got it. I got the exact image that I do not enjoy. You want to have an existential crisis? Oh boy, do I have an existential crisis for you. Hold on, Pamplorians. Yeah. Have fun with this. Have fun with this knowledge. So they're obviously not this close together. We don't actually know where it is. Well, they probably do. I don't know where it is. This is a comparison. So this is ton 618, which is the ultramassive black hole. You see that swirly thing? That swirly thing is our entire galaxy. Oh, not galaxy, sorry, our entire solar system. The Milky Way. Wait, that is a galaxy, my brain. Or is that a solar system? My brain is mixing up everything. Anyway, that's the Milky Way. The entire Milky Way. This ultramassive black hole is bigger than the entirety of it. So, yeah. I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this knowledge. It's one of those things you learn and you're like, can I unlearn this? But here's the best part. I'm pretty sure they found a bigger one even. I'm not 100% sure if this one is real or not. But if it is, you know the one I just showed you? Okay, there's a bigger one called Phoenix A. Ton 618. Yeah, that was the big one that was bigger than the Milky Way, but there's also Phoenix A. I found an image with all of them together. Even better. Okay. If you want to actually suffer immensely in your brain. So this is the Milky Way versus Ton 618 versus Phoenix A. Phoenix A is the one I learned about a few days ago and forgot the name of because it scared me so much I blocked it. I was like, nope. 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 Don't need this knowledge. Nope. Yep. Have fun now that I have taught you this. Do not enjoy. Do not enjoy.
It seems she's satisfied.
Milky Way, nah, I'd win. Nah, that Milky Way would be obliterated in half a second. Whatever happens in a black hole, whether it gets turned to spaghetti or teleported or whatever else, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not great. It's just, you know, we go back to the Big Bang. Every black hole eats everything else until everything is contained in one spot, and then it all blows up again. I don't know. My brain prefers to pretend space isn't real. Like, clearly it's there. I'm just not gonna think about it. Supernovas? Our sun supernovaing one day? Nah. Surely not. Nah. We don't need to think about that. We don't need to think about that. The light is dim here. The black hole inside the Milky Way is called Sagittarius A. Yeah, I know there's at least a small one inside our galaxy. So don't worry, in case you're thinking they're all really far away from us. Don't worry, there's a black hole close. There's a black hole at home. We have Sagittarius A. I love it. I love it so much. I think, it's kind of like, not a baby black hole. Like, there's good images of it and stuff. It's just not, it's not as scary looking, I guess, as a lot of the other ones. just because it's much smaller. There have been actual images of it though. You want to see? So these are some actual images of the black hole in our solar system. Not this. If that was in our solar system, we'd be in it. This is Sagittarius A. You get some real photos taken with like telescopes and stuff. So it's a little unsettling, you know, this fiery swirling ball of death. Yeah, it's we don't think about it. Oh, Lydia, we just, you know, we don't think about it. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. The light is dim here. Archive cabinets and unorganized files are everywhere, punctuated by strange devices in Laplace style. Seems like an abandoned utility room.
Where are we?
God, it sounds so sick.
Center.
That's true though. Before you get sucked in, you probably just die. Like insta-wrecked. I kind of hope that if it ever comes to it, the entire planet is insta-wrecked at once, so I don't have to see it coming and have to think about it. I don't want a Majora's Mask moment where we like see the black hole coming for us up close. I'd rather just get obliterated. What is this game about? Time and existential crisis. Yes. She waves away the dust and struggles her way along the toppling cabinets.
The orb showed copper pieces. We need to find something that seems to be locked, but is actually not. Found it! Nothing can stop the genius, Matilda.
She finds what she's looking for in a rusty drawer. Obviously, the report has been here for a very long time. Low priority. Even though it's actually the highest priority. Its corners curl because of the damp air. Luckily, the writing is still recognizable. That's a good way to put it. Fucked up organizations in a world of magic and an unexplained time-related phenomenon. Yes. It's a big brain game. Oh, Egypt. I wonder if we'll actually have like an Egypt section later on, if this is like foreshadowing.
The ship was hit by a common storm at
or
sea.
Because that was before Vertin, we won't get to play it.
Desert. Completely off course. And something emerged from the water. Since the first storm, the Foundation has received frequent sightings of arcane creatures which should have been extinct in history. I had no idea what I was shooting at, even after I emptied the clip.
Dang.
And I didn't know what to do.
I wonder if it's the sea monster that made us wash up.
She names the precise longitude and latitude of our location, even without using the sextant in the spare cabin.
Dang, she just knew all the math. She knew. She was calculating every time they moved on the journey.
Perhaps the world did look different in her eyes. Then when I was about
is
to step
one
on
with
a
the
random
numbers.
plank on the ship, she suddenly dragged me back. I thought it was only an inappropriate joke. But the next second, the plank broke.
Dang. She must have come to respect her then. Hello, Earth3D Gaming.
I was stunned. And as to how she saw that coming, she just answered me as if we were talking about the weather.
Because it's so normal to her. I guess it is a form of divination then.
Because that
predicting
plank
what's going
is
to happen.
deformed like a rhombus.
I mean, when it comes to
confused.
the
Where is the
stable,
rhombus?
like, status of
She
a
laughed.
building or something, math kind of makes sense. You can kind of predict it if it looks
The
kind of
rhombus
warped.
can't be seen with eyes. You shall close your eyes, hearken to the teaching of the Supreme Existence, and seize the moment of afflatus.
Of course, I didn't see
She's
anything.
probably 37's parents.
Nor
Yeah, she
did I
sounds just like
understand
her.
what the moment of afflatus was.
37's mom.
Perhaps it's just another privilege enjoyed by arcanists. Just like their right to be lunatic. Nevertheless,
Because Isolde's
she
more
reaches a
human than
correct
Arcanist, so I can
conclusion in a
understand why she'd be
completely
kind of
wrong way.
weirded out by all this. She's kind of more human, probably raised as a human who somehow got washed up in all this, and now is stuck going back in time, losing all the humans she knew.
Anyway, she saved my life. But that was not enough to settle the differences between us. She remained rejective to working with the Foundation. And I finally gave up on the attempt to persuade them.
So sounds like Isolde used to be part of the Foundation before breaking off and joining the other group or making her own. I kind of want her to be a villain. Like, Arcana's a nice villain, but I kind of want to have another villain. Although it seems like all three groups might antagonize each other.
My mission on that trip was not to make contact with them. Besides, what we needed was builders of the
Also,
storm
thank you for liking
observation
the stream.
system. Not some liars who would only make things worse. As for the shelter they took from the storm, she wouldn't say a word, as if she were dealing with a spy who tried to find out the deepest secrets of the Arcanists. In the end, Hugh mediated between us. He gave me an address in Istanbul to which I could send the letters to contact them. After that, I spent more than half a year in the Egypt office. Things were even worse there than I expected.
Dang.
Some have gone missing after the storm. The people who were supposed to be in the Egypt office, according to the member list stored in the headquarters in 1985, but not there when I arrived.
They must have gotten washed up in the storm then.
The situation could be caused by the limitations of the transmission of paper-based materials, or because the computer was not yet popularized to every corner of the globe at the time.
So
A
Isolde
minor
does
mistake
come
of a
from a
copyist
future where
could
there were
develop into
computers.
a huge difference.
So she's probably from literally like the millennia. They kind of implied that, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Besides that, the chaos inside Laplace was an even worse issue. I learned that someone published the paper Samplings of Global and Regional Chaotic Energy Route Changes in the name of Butterfly of Lorentz.
What is the Butterfly of Lorentz? That must be a new thing.
Apparently they secretly used our sampling sites, yet their research direction and conclusion were radically different from Laplace's.
It must be one of those gnosis things where it's like, you know, the research isn't always exactly the same, it's interpretive.
The research is equally divided into two schools. One sticking to the human technologies they have focused on, and one changing their direction to Arcanum.
Yeah, we're gonna be having a third faction that isn't the Foundation or the Manus. That's what the next main story is gonna be.
At the time, it was still too early to decide which direction was right, without sufficient experimental data. But many already believed that if time continued to be reversed, human technology would only keep falling into decline.
It's
While
kind of a given.
Arcanum, which relies on personal ability, would rise again.
Any technology we don't literally take into a safe zone is just gone.
It's true that Gnosis cannot be copied, verified by an independent third party, or comprehended through reasoning.
So therefore it's a little bit understandable that some people don't necessarily want to take it at face value or trust it, because there's no way to prove anything that's been, like, divined through Gnosis.
Its nature decides that it cannot lay the foundation of science or
And
be popularized
humans
to
are so
every ordinary
inherently
person.
always
It takes
looking for
solid marble
proof
to build a castle,
that anything
not
without
slippery
it,
sand.
you know, kind of goes against their entire belief in their brains.
Even so, what harm will it do to rely on Arcanum when the underlying logic of all things has become unreasonable?
That's also true. If everything's broken anyway, why not just accept it at that point?
Before the disagreement was settled, the storm in 1987 was predicted. We were ordered to return to the headquarters 24 hours before its arrival. But the prediction was not accomplished by Laplace. A captive from Manus Vindicte names the precise date of that storm.
So she definitely has also interacted with somebody from the Manus then.
Our enemies, those lunatic xenophobes, valuing only pure blood, made it further than we did.
I can kind of see why Isolde might have been on the side of the Foundation at first, where she hates Arcanists so much because she's primarily human. It kind of makes sense.
Yes, we built observation stations, we made countless deductions, we developed multiple simulation models.
But the Manus
We
was
made
ahead of
efforts,
him every step of the
we sacrificed
way.
life. We did whatever we could. Yet the result was that we didn't find any other regions immune to the storm, except the headquarters and another one in North America.
Oh. So there's one in North America. I don't think that might be the Manus. Because they have more North American accents. So the Manus could be based in North America because the Foundation was based in kind of Europe, I think. And then the island, they must just not have been able to discover it somehow.
In the end, 95% of the branch members were reversed. 87.9% of the
But we know there's
equipment was
also a third
destroyed,
location,
and
at least in the
100%
future.
of our predictions
Maybe this is
failed.
before it was established. 100%, damn. It's probably the Chicago office, actually, yeah. Maybe not the Manus then.
In conclusion, our endeavor brought no achievements.
I forgot about the Chicago
As
office.
for the captive from Manus Vindicte, the delirium patient who claims that oracles flowed under his parietal bone. When we asked him how he learns the precise date of the storm, he burst into laughter.
Dang.
Can't you hear it? Has God left you behind when he spread his grace?
Dang.
Then, he smashed his own skull with a handcuff.
The fuck?
Yes. There was no doubt. He was an incurable lunatic.
I mean, that's what happens when they're far enough gone, but damn. This is kind of metal, though.
This insane nonsense was exactly the reason we survived the storm again. No matter how unreasonable or illogical it was, or how much a lie it sounded like. So we'd better believe we shouldn't go out in black today because the fish is swimming in the water. We'd better believe in the existence of the non-physical, everlasting, transcendent world where everyone's soul is a number.
I mean, if it's harmless.
We'd better believe in the supreme existence, which caused the disorder of time by merely casting its shadow. That means the life of individuals means nothing more than rubbish, and the world is but an imperfect ruin, where only the chosen ones will pass the trial, where the rest will be eliminated by the rain.
That is the very harsh and real way of looking at it, though.
How am I supposed to do that?
I can really hear how distressed she is.
Finally, I made up my mind to write to her.
This is probably Arcana.
I didn't expect her to answer my questions.
Because the Manus was the one who
All I
predicted
wanted
it.
was
She
to
must be kind
confirm
of
that she had
curious.
survived that storm. For the sake of our peaceful talk about the rhombus.
Oh, she's writing too. Oh, the math lady who most likely perished. Well.
Yet what I heard from them was a simple announcement of her death. With only 2 words.
She died. Imagine writing a letter to someone because you want to check on them and all you get back is a letter saying she died. Nothing else. Just a cold reply. She died. Damn.
She died. Then it burned and turned to ashes in a second.
Because the storm, the actual storm, interfered at the time of the storm. And because of that, their ship didn't get back.
On the same
The
day,
one prediction
the first
37
and
made
only
wrong.
timekeeper
Which
who
makes me
just
wonder
took
if the
this,
Manus had somehow
12-year-old
interfered
child,
and fucked with the actual flow of the
returned alone
storm.
from the
What if
storm.
the prediction was not wrong? What if the storm was supposed to happen at a different time and someone fucked it up? I genuinely wonder.
She told us the time in the outside world at that point.
So this was when Burton
And that was
first
how I
came.
knew she was right.
It is right in front of you.
Or this one's Sonetto, maybe.
If there is a god,
Or a different timekeeper
why are
entirely.
you playing such a prank on us? After we had suffered from the collapse of all the existing orders
I think it
and the
might have
failure
it
of
might have
all
been
the
what
great
Burton
laws.
concluded. Yeah, that's probably why I thought I was so big brained, because the game actually told me. I'm so tired. Hello, Conway. Her prediction was wrong because their calculations for the extent of it was slightly off. They kind of implied that she thought maybe her calculations were off, but her calculations are never off, right? We know this as a fact. She doesn't make mistakes with numbers. Her calculations aren't off. She doesn't. So if she doesn't make mistakes, she probably thinks she made a mistake, but the reality is, because she's not going to think that somebody else might have fucked with the way it is, because she's like, no, the numbers are always right. So if there was a mistake, I must have been wrong. But the reality is, somebody could have fucked with it, and the numbers were wrong.
If this is what she calls a glimpse of the supreme existence, the moment of a flatus, do you have to present it in such a cruel way? The last 2 digits in the number of the year after that storm were exactly her name and her number.
That's cruel.
77.
So that would have been the storm in July. The report ends here. 2 digits. That's the full stop of the story.
Incroyable! Incroyable! C'est vrai! Quelqu'un a vraiment fait cette prophétie! Bertin and Sonetto will be thrilled to know what we found!
Man, imagine if Six learned that it was a Manus that did it, because Six was kind of welcoming the Manus, and if he knew that that was because of them, oh god. Part of me wonders if he did know, though, and that was like a truce that he made for them to not cause more harm. I'm excited to play his backstory and stuff.
Well done, Miss Sotheby! You performed as well as a formal investigator! We need to submit this report to your instructor immediately!
Grabbing the papers tightly, Matilda turns around with excitement. Sotheby isn't the person standing there.
What are you doing in other people's rooms?
It's the hot guy! I don't know who he is, but I was like spamming the live 2D of him on a YouTube short because I was like, I don't know who this is, but I'm in love. I need this. I need this person, whoever this is, I need. Thank you for being in the inner chapter. I am awake. I am no more EP. I'm awake. I am so awake. The report is snatched away. He's part of Laplace?
You have no rights to take it.
Dang. I wonder if he is Isolde's brother who's supposed to be dead. That would be fascinating.
Please leave immediately.
Probably not, though.
Personal item? This is a precious record that should have been submitted to the Foundation. According to
Also, the song here goes really hard.
Personnel, St. Pavlov Foundation Decree number 259. Every member of the Foundation, when acting as a field investigator, is required to create a comprehensive investigation report of all their actions and promptly submit it.
I like how this is probably an actual real rule, but it sounds like she totally just made it up and pulled it out of her butt.
And they are obliged to ensure the authenticity, objectivity, and impartiality of reports.
Slyton, thank you for the raid! Is it okay if I pull up one of your clips? It'll be random though, so only if you say it's okay. If not, it's all good. Welcome to the stream. I'm very late in the inter chapter. For anyone who isn't fully caught up with the main story, you might want to run away. Welcome! I am the CEO of Playasia. I do a lot of gaming streams and stuff, and right now we are in a pretty intense moment in the inner chapter, but I'll also have to clip down because I don't know how much longer this scene is going to be. We just learned a lot. We've also talked about some existential crisis stuff today, if that's your thing. And I'm going to be doing some Final Fantasy XIV later as well, but first I want to finish this.
Jeez, that gave me... Boy, do I have just the thing.
Oh my god, please.
I like how you're just walking around with a wrench.
Thank you, Frozen.
I wish I could, like in Apex and stuff, attack people with a wrench.
Eat my ass!
It would be so much
Not
more
you,
fun to hit people with a wrench than guns. Thank you for the raid! Also, I like how the enemy looked so disappointed when you clarify. You have to go, all good. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see.
If you have read this report, miss, you should know that it's not even qualified to be filed.
But this is an emergency!
So we said when we came to go find it, because we now know the context of it. They thought it was probably just like a bunch of nonsense, but it's actually like key, important shit. The Storm Reformation Act is still new to her. She can't think of any articles to support her point of view. She racks her brains for words, but before she makes it, the other person starts talking, with one of his eyebrows raised.
I can tell from your uniform, you are a student of SPDM, or... This is Laplace. Do you have your guardian's approval to leave the school, Miss Underage Student?
Isn't she a graduate? She just likes her uniform. Okay, maybe she's not a graduate.
I don't need that.
Okay, she is a graduate.
You are talking to the exceptionally promoted monitor assistant of SPDM.
She's just so proud of being a student that she wanted to keep her uniform.
Here is my ID.
Imagine if it was a forgery and a fake ID. That'd be so funny. She holds her ID card high as if holding the flag of liberty. She's so proud, but she's ignored. The adult walks directly to a swivel chair in the room and pays attention to an educated toy on the table.
Did you just ignore a formal administrator of the foundation? This monitor assistant will report every misbehavior of yours. Every little bit of it.
He literally doesn't believe her. Wordless, the monitor assistant can't be more embarrassed in her life. She looks around just to find that Sotheby is gone. He literally does not care. Whoever he is, he knows that he is not threatened by this child. Luckily, the chief assistant learns faster than she expects. The familiar sing-song tone is making a report to her own tutor outside the half-open door.
Miss Moisson, we found that report here.
Oh, then Moisson's gonna come in too.
Berenice and I discovered some important information. I came to you and Madame Z immediately after we read it.
She was fast. Madame Z is probably gonna be like, "Hey, yo, what's this guy doing?"
Why are you confronting Mr. Chair?
Wait, does he just look like a chair to her? Sotheby stands at the door. Her head is tilted, or did he disappear? And now she's actually yelling at a chair. Two adults are behind her.
I didn't expect to see the second half of that report here in your room, Adler.
Okay, no, I guess he still exists if they gave him a name. This time, the owner of the voice can't be ignored. Okay, now we know who Adler is. Nice. The swivel chair unwillingly turns around. Oh, it's because he was in the chair.
Then why not just call me Enigma? Just like everyone else.
That's the line!
Relax. I know nicknames mean no harm.
That's the line! And the YouTube short that I shared, and I'm like, oh my god, he sounds hot. I didn't think Enigma was his actual name, though. I thought he was, like, trying to be coy and not give his name away, which I guess he was, because they gave him a name. But that's okay, we can just call him Enigma.
But I don't understand. How is a report filled with meaningless words of any concern to you, Madam Z?
It provides information about the Arcanist group Virgin is now dealing with. If possible, please give it to me.
Of course. How can I turn down a request from Constantine's chief of staff? Take
At
it
least
away.
she stepped
I
in.
hope
She
you
was
don't
able to
mind
get
the
the
mold on
information.
it.
Yeah, Horrorpedia is a real code name. It's fascinating to learn about a lot of the stuff in this game. The researcher stays seated on the chair and casually hands out the report. Madame Z smiles. She seems glad to see that Enigma still has the energy to be sarcastic. I want to punch him already. But clearly, the monitor assistant can't tolerate such a blatant violation of the staff regulations.
Please pay attention to your manners and do not bring disgrace to the computing center, Mr. Rude.
She really does not like Enigma. I mean, understandably with how he spoke to her. Miss Marcel taps her on the shoulder and quickly looks in the direction of the door.
Ms. Buanish? Miss Sotheby? You've done a great job. I'm sure what you have found would be of great help to Timekeeper.
I love her motherly vibes. She is so precious.
And I will report your active performance in this mission to SPDM as soon as possible, Miss Buanish.
I guess we're not going to learn about the island and the bombings then. That's going to be at the start of the next chapter, which makes more sense, I guess. This is all stuff that was happening at the same time.
The first on the scene could provide more detailed information. Let's get out of here.
I wonder if every main chapter after this is going to have an inter-chapter.
Contribution exceptionnelle!
In French, this was slightly different. In French, it said, exceptional contribution. Which I guess active performance kind of works, but the other way sounds more like a big deal. The keywords give this young monitor assistant a giddy pleasure. She can't help but ignore everything else Miss Poisson says.
Oh la la, exceptionnel! No, no.
She's like, oh my god, exceptional, yeah. Yeah, she is losing her mind about this right now. So precious.
I didn't accomplish it alone. Assistant Sotheby also played a significant role. Hooray!
Aww! Sotheby finally got her whole hooray out without, like, censoring herself out of embarrassment. A loud cheer interrupts Matilda's mumbling.
That is to say, Miss Burnish, we can start preparing the balloons and flowers for the twist ball.
There's no ball, only work.
Speaking of which, this monitor assistant still needs to think about it. By the way, just call me Matilda.
Aww. She struggles to get out of Sotheby's passionate hug. That's so precious! I feel like she just adopted a new younger sister. The great joy brought by Miss Masson makes her actions clumsy. Cheering and discussing, the girls leave the room. I love this new dynamic this chapter introduced between Matilda and Sotheby. They're like one of my favorite duos now. They're like the girl failure duo. But somehow are both really competent if you combine them. Madame Z carefully puts the valuable report away. The researcher swivels the chair again and hides himself in the fortress made of dusty items. I think because he seems to be maybe involved in that situation, I wonder if he was trying to hide it because he didn't want people to see that. He talks through cabinets and equipment in a slow manner.
There will be no advance in human technology. You think so? Even the Madame Z has given up on the study of theoretical physics and become a politician.
No. I've never thought of that.
It's like a temporary halt. She turns to the door with a faint smile. The door is closed. And I think there's one more part. Alright! Are you guys ready for the finale? New direction. Oh, and then I can upgrade my paleo hall again. Nice! Right after I finally maxed out everything. Yay! Now I have to grind scarecrow things again. No! Pain. That's okay. The dramas have ended. All is profoundly hushed in this cold and dark room. The researcher sighs and starts settling the messy papers and dusty tools on the table. Why is it mistaken for utility room? Is it because of the mess? Metallic footsteps come from outside the door.
I am astonished by the fact
there
that
we
you are interacting
go!
with others.
I didn't think we'd get to actually interact with her so soon. She was the one I was talking about that I think Isolde was referencing, the one that's not human. She seems to be some sort of robot or like AI or something. I don't know if she could be a cyborg, but to me I'm kind of getting no humanity involved, like some sort of artificial human. Another trespasser.
They broke in.
I mean, you left the door open. The robot in charge of Laplace Scientific Computing Center shrugs and refuses to make any comments. She's already heard all the information she needs in the corridor. So whatever it is, the robot, I guess whatever she used to do, now she works. And she's in charge of the Laplace Scientific Computing Center. Interesting. Hello,
If it was a
IDK!
complaint that you were making, you know it is within your rights to submit an interdepartmental complaint within 7 days after the incident.
Don't bother. That file means nothing to me. I didn't file it because it is a report against the rules.
Pretty sure the her mentioned
bother
earlier
to
was her.
submit
I mean,
such a
that's kind of
lot full of
obvious.
personal feelings and emotional
This
behavior
all of
to
everything
a
here was like
vigorous
foreshadowing,
foundation.
leading up to everything happening. So like they pretty much predicted his existence, her existence, and a lot to do with Isolde. It was giving us context for what's coming next. But it was very heavily implied that this is the same person. Yes.
Is that so?
You thought it was funny her armor had a belly button dent? It's because hot. I mean, if you can make a robot hot, you will make a robot hot, right? It's an easy decision, really.
I am gratified to find that you still have some sense.
I mean, they also gave her massive tits, so that's one thing that you're only gonna do if you want a hot robot, really. I don't think it serves any purpose for a robot.
I too am gratified that you still have no idea that I was being sarcastic.
Wow. Wait, I gotta, hold on. Where is it? Okay, this one. I just need... Look at this man's expression. I have never in my entire life seen somebody so done. Just so fucking done. Wow! He has a mood, just an absolute mood. That's such a relatable expression. I look at that and I'm like, that's me. I like the coat too.
That was sarcasm.
The coat on the robot is so fancy. He's still so done.
Never mind. What do you want from me, Madam Lucy?
The messy shave. Listen, he's got more important things on his mind, like the storm, okay? He asks, as he bends down and organizes the papers scattered all over the place. This is the best effort he cares to make to receive a guest.
You went all the way to this dusty, rundown place so hurriedly that you even forgot to put on that pathetic mask. This is not because of some old files, I assume.
Does that mean she has a face that she usually pretends to wear? And right now she's just not wearing it. I wonder if this could be anyone then. The faceless robot inclines its head in agreement.
Certainly.
It sounds like Druvis. I thought for, like, since I first saw it that it sounded like Druvis, but it doesn't really look like Druvis, so I don't think it's Druvis. And if it was Druvis, the body would normally try to hide a little more. I like how it kind of looks like 77 from the brief bit we saw of her design.
I hope you can be the cryptographer of the Manus Vindictae's ritual. You are still the best.
You are asking me, a human, To decode the ritual of a pureblood arcanist group? I don't
He's
see
a
how
human?
I'd be helpful to this project.
Oh wait, the Foundation does have humans. Okay, I forgot. I'm like, oh my god, a human? And I'm like, wait, this is the Foundation. Oh, okay.
You cannot evaluate your own level of being of value, Adler.
So he's like a genius human. The researcher keeps unfolding more dusty folders without raising his eyes from the table.
Well, you evaluate our value. Test us in experiments you set. Prove the hypotheses by exhaustion. Make mistakes and start all over again. You repeat the process like a roaring locomotive that pulls the research center out of this chaotic disaster. You question not what is ahead of you, nor whether the path you've taken will be regular or easy. The only idea you planted into your little brain is to move forward, to improve.
Thank you for your compliment. Credit goes to everyone.
That was not even a...
I was like, I'm not even gonna try to explain the concept of sarcasm again.
Creativity is not worth living. And that's the life that I wake up to every day. I'm no longer the person you thought you came here for.
That's tragic. I can relate to that. If I had to live a life where I couldn't be creative anymore, it's like I would just feel so sad. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't realize redeemed. Oh, there, it came anyway. I got it undone. Didn't know they were invisible. If anyone did any earlier and it didn't work, I'm sorry.
I'll never be able to combine human technology and Arcanum. And I'll never comprehend even the slightest part of it. I am useless to you.
He squares up the paper on the desk in a grumpy manner, making a huge knocking noise.
I don't expect someone made of tin to understand a human mind. But I beg of you, leave me alone.
He does seem like quite a bit of an enigma. I'm interested in learning more about him. The robot ignores his emotional speech and keeps talking. Wow! I mean, I guess it didn't have any tact.
The masks of Manus Vindicte did not go well.
Shit. At least they're trying.
A side effect occurs in the researchers, and it is getting worse. The isolation wards on the basement level are overwhelmed.
So every researcher got fucked up, essentially.
What a scene. Have you aborted the experiment?
Probably no, because they're like, it's still important. We gotta keep going.
Not yet.
Because the robot doesn't see the value in human life, right?
We have conducted the Arcanum imaging experiment on the masks and found a component which also exists in the raindrops of the storm.
I mean, we've already known that, though.
But knowing what it is composed of does not help explain how it works. What we're looking for is the original ritual that the Manus cast on them.
You're trying to figure out one's career planning from one's physical examination report. I wonder why it is not working.
True, it's kind of like you're trying to pull apples out of oranges.
Even if somehow you manage to find the original ritual, you still need a proper environment to test it, which is the outside world with a coming storm.
So we can't test it without a storm. And to test it with a storm, people are going to be putting their lives in serious danger. The researcher turns to her. Wisdom and sarcasm glow in his eyes.
That's why we can't tell if we're getting results. Even if we had the right ritual, proper permission from the Foundation to travel, and strong-minded volunteer subjects.
Strong-minded is putting it lightly, and more like willing to die for the sake of science.
In the Ivory Tower won't succeed because...
An experiment about the storm can only be done in a storm.
It'd be cool if they had some sort of like isolated storm, like a tornado chamber, but there's like a storm always happening inside of it.
Glad to see your brain is not rusty yet. It only took you 3 sentences to draw the conclusion which took the seminar a week to reach.
Then your seminar is full of morons!
That proves you are capable.
Shouldn't that be the first thing they think of? He is so done. I I imagine that sound is just him flopping on the ground. Just give up. Like, I'm gonna nap on the floor right now. The robot in charge puts a document on the table.
The history maintenance team has forecast different critical points of this storm. Foundation investigators are on their way.
Oh, hey! I know at least the one on the right is the character that's going to be in the next chapter. I don't remember seeing Greta Hoffman. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. She was the one that we saw. Okay. I just forgot what her name was. Because the photo's a little bit different from this angle. She was definitely in the trailer.
If Manus Vindicte still plans to accelerate the storm, like what they have done in 1929, there will be a high possibility that their people will show up at the transformation point of history and society, also known as the critical point of time, the center of the storm.
So we should be able to catch them there and maybe figure out what the ritual is if we catch
is
them.
Also one of the investigators.
Marcus is the name of the one on the right. Okay, I just forgot her name.
I have no interest in any Hoffmans other than myself. We have different perspectives.
She's like, I don't want to interact with anyone. Period.
It is okay. I am just here to inform you that if any of the investigators successfully send the information of the ritual back, the research about the immunity of the storm will be conducted immediately. Take your time and be mentally prepared. But once the storm alert is issued, we only have 24 hours to verify the feasibility of the ritual.
Yeah, so we have to get everything as ready as possible before then, so that when it happens, we are ready for the experiment, 'cause we'll never have another chance. Well, we will, but it'll be a long time.
By then.
The robot gets out of the room, leaving him no right to choose. Her feet crash through the floor, making a steely sound. Enigma's eyes flicker towards the document. The face on the top is familiar to him. He pulls out the drawer and takes out a scrap of paper. This is the last code he didn't give anyone.
One thing is for sure now. The age of humans has come to an end.
Oh, it wasn't Isolde. The voice sounded so similar to Isolde, but it was Greta Hoffman. Damn, I was wrong the entire chapter. Whoops. Whoops. That was terrible. Remember how you know, Matilda was talking about how you can't divine things right if you don't have all the context. Yeah.
It's detected that people at this time of the day are
I am
having
a
their most
victim.
intense emotional fluctuations.
I'm a victim of having the wrong information. I'm like, yeah, we just did the intro chapter that showed the new characters. Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Oh shit. I need to put 20 more down. Hold on. We'll pull for 6 after I put some shit down. Edit wilderness. I'm just gonna put like the most basic squares in the most random places so that I can unlock it. One of these days I will. Okay. One of these days I will go through this and set this up properly and it won't look like dog shit. That day is not today. Let me add to my graveyard. So many birthdays. I wonder when we hit the 1 year mark if we're gonna get like new graves or what's going on. Okay, I need some more. At least you can't know you can't do divination. I don't think I should be trusted with divination anyway. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Do you really want my fortune telling? With how clumsy I am? Do you trust my predictions? If you do, you really should reconsider. Yeah. It's like cute, tiny little weird shaped lake. Ah, there we go. Just fill that in. Yeah, Yeah, let's just put some plain trees. Okay, I need 6 more, dang. Why do I have random, like, waterproofs? How did that even happen? Oh, Starfall Valley. Some of these ones look quite nice. Now there's, like, this random, like, splitting atom thing. I like these Starfall ones. They're kind of pretty. Oh, you know what? Let's make a transition point here. Through the water. Wait, what? Yeah. There we go. Makes a little star river sneaking around. It's so cute! Oh wait, not right. I really like the design of these starfalls. It's beautiful. Oh, there we go. Let's just put this one down in case it's time limited, because I really like it. Okay. Now I can upgrade almost. Hold on. We'll still do the pulls, don't worry. I just want to get this done while I... Wait. Can I craft it, actually?
Hello, Miss 13.
Why does Apple sound so drunk? I think, I don't use stuff here very often. So I can maybe craft it. Paleo Hall. Okay, yeah, I don't need the little ones. I should be able to craft one of these. Maybe? Yeah. Bam! Okay, easy. I never used those resources, so let's get this going. Bam! Alright, now I can add 1 character and 30 islands. But I can't upgrade these? Aw, man! That's the saddest upgrade ever. I didn't even need that. I don't even care! Okay, don't really use many of the remaining characters. Maybe I might as well just put them down. Apple hitting the apple juice, apparently. I didn't do Oliver Fox event yet, no. I'm probably gonna do it maybe next week, or depending when does it end? 12 days. I'll probably try to do it next week if I have time. I don't think I have time today, or this week at all. But I'm excited. I gotta practice my little boy voice. One thing I really want to get good at someday is doing a little boy voice. So this is gonna give me some good practice. Okay. Are you guys ready? I can't think of a single math song. So instead of math, should I? What can I do to summon 6? I hate math. You know what? Just for the sake of screwing up the ritual, I'm half tempted to not do anything. Just spin the wheel and see what happens. What happens? Because he would say my rituals are irrational, right? They're the actions of an irrational number. So what happens if in trying to get 6, I be perfectly rational, like a normal person, and I just don't do anything? Do you think it would work? Partial spin 6 times. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6! Did 6 just not want a ritual? Is it because I was rational? The school of rational numbers, or is this my first time losing the 50-50? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Oh no, I lost. I got a Sotheby dupe though.
I am Sotheby.
Not bad. bad! Not bad!
knowledgeable lady.
This is my first time losing pity. I have never lost before.
Owns a whole group of icons.
The irony. I try to be rational, get the least rational character anyway. I mean, after that chapter, it's because I kept saying how cute she was, right? It makes sense that Sotheby would come home. It makes sense.
The party is very...
But that's not bad, because I'm working on getting her up to I3. I really enjoy using Sotheby. So, you know, getting that bonus Mix It Up effect changes who deals 450% reality damage, that's not bad. I use her ult a lot when I use her, so, you know, this is actually really good for me. As somebody who uses Sotheby as one of my main characters, this is really helpful. It's probably more important than getting 6, I'm gonna be honest. This is probably more useful to me in the long run. So, I'm not even upset! Honestly, 6 is cool, but he's not limited, so I didn't really need him anyway. I originally was going to pull for him, but then I got X. So now I have one character without a Flatus. I don't really need him anymore. Yeah! Yeah, her ult consumes all poison, which is, it's not good for Jessica, but it is good for Jessica if you use the strategy I use, which is use all of Jessica's attacks. Like, I pair, Sotheby, Jessica, and Regulus very often, right? So basically what happens is that I use Regulus after. I'll do it right before a Regulus turn, and then I'll spam all of Regulus's moves, so there's no downside. Also, I need you guys to help me with something real quick. I'm not gonna have time to finish it, but maybe you can give me some advice. I'm in hell. I'm in hell. On a certain stage. Do you have any advice for 6? I'm dying. I'm dying. I can't do it. Let me put down some more cards. I have the card set on mobile, but I guess they don't carry over. I like this one. Oh, wait, no. I like that one for her. Okay. I just want to get the costume, but I can't get past this one. I'm at a good enough level. I'm above the level. Do you guys understand what the fuck is happening here? Because it never dies. She just keeps healing and reviving, and I don't understand if there's like a better order of priority I should focus on or what. Enemy themes around damage dealt increases by 1%. I'm going to put it on double speed real quick, just so I can like try. Defeat John before Radio and Blast use their ult. I can't! I can't! I can't get them down in time! No problem. I'm not strong enough! I can't get her dead! Then perish. That's what I've been doing. I'm really good at it too. I'm really, really good at it. I just cannot seem to get her to die. She keeps healing. Do you have a single target ult character? Not on my team. I don't think I have any that are this leveled up. Probably that'll work though. Do you have any recommendations?
Did you hear something?
I can swap kanji that easily. If there's any recommendations. I cannot. I just fucking perish. I'll focus on... Now that I know that's a good strategy, let me, focus really hard on John and see if I can see it clearly with that strategy. But I'm pretty sure, even before I get there anyway, it's too late. Not sure what you have can be a good enough DPS to do the job. Nobody, then. I just die. Nobody. Jessica is decently a poison. Yeah! That's what I've been trying to do, but it only does so much. And maybe I need to like something to prevent Moxie. Oh god,
Stop me out. They're just little games.
Are you ready? I'm gonna know pretty quickly if this is gonna work or not. Because I do want to worry about Final Fantasy. I don't want to go too much longer with this stream. But one try would be nice. Just we can probably do it with the right Utu cards. True. Maybe I need better cards. For the daily attempts at the market, I've never done that once. What is that? Is that just like a way that you play and get better cards only? Because I find it like, do I have to do 10 battles a day?
Try to accept it.
That seems like such a time commitment.
Try to accept it.
It's a chance to get more cards. How do I find that much time in my life? I just can't. I can't, man. Okay, let's give Jessica some boost. I think it's the right one. Yes.
Oh, what's this? Be serious. Stay focused. Move your legs. What's that?
Each battle drops 3 random cards, and there's only 5 battles a day. 5 is still so much! That's like my dailies are now a million times longer. Although I guess it's only temporarily. Until you can get, until you can get...
Neither will Sotheby.
Until you can get stuff. No!
Did you hear something?
Every time I think I'm doing good, she heals, and I'm just like, welp. Welp. Who needs to live, apparently? Not me.
They're just little
Fucking
guys.
not me! You can auto each one after you beat it at least once. Oh! So it's only long on the first day. Okay, that's good. This is why I wanted to ask your guys' advice on Utu. Because I feel like I could probably do better if I knew a bit more about it. And I never really... There's so much reading in this section that I have never fully bothered. I would admit. Well, time to perish. This is the worst battle. I hate it. I hate this so much. This is not a battle. This is just hell. I'm just actually in hell. You forgot how angry she is? I know, she's so mad! I like how she always gets rid of my Moxie too. I should have used the ult while I had it instead of waiting. Damn, now I don't even have it. Hello, Yana Bear! It just glance for what looks good. I look sometimes. The problem is, for this one, I feel like, there's just so much in Utu that I just, like, can't. There's so much I don't want to look at it.
I tripled the ingredients this time.
Anyway, this is going nowhere. There's a few separate stages that gives Burton cards. Yeah, I'll probably have to look into other ones. This is kind of hopeless. Tina's shown to be strong in the extreme talent videos. I mean, true. I love how we get to see more of her in X and O's. I think they're the funnest way to show off characters. I'm really happy that they do them, honestly. It's one of the funnest ways of, like, promoting characters in a game I think I've ever seen. It's just so cute. The card with 6 on it has a very fun stacking effect if you have or can get it. Good to know. Because as you can see, I'm not strong enough. Regulus is my strongest character. Now that she's I3, like, I cannot beat Shanti. It's hopeless! I spent like an hour on this yesterday. An hour just to find out. Actually, just kidding. It was hopeless all along. Wait. I might as well have not tried. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, it's Pro Fortune. Okay. Bam. Regulus card, Lilani card makes Lilia deal a 50k on an ult. Damn! I don't have Lilia though, so unfortunately, I don't have that many good options for like a DPS. You must defeat her in the math test. Oh, I'm toast. Math test against John Peter, impossible. Yeah, I can't. I'm just dead.
Don't touch my back.
Is Leilani a better DPS for this, maybe? I don't really know if, who would be. That's my problem. I just have actually no idea.
Stop me up. They're just little
who is
games.
useful.
You must be serious.
Because I don't have any characters that are good here. Oh, the card. I think I gave Leilani to one of them anyway.
Now, right hands up.
Anyway, they're about to use their ult again, so this is just... I got this far so many times, and then they always use their ult, and I'm fucked. Eagle? best budget single target. Maybe I should try using Eagle then? I've never tried using her in like an important thing before. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. It's hopeless. I know, I've been in this situation before. I know where that's going. Okay, hold on. Do I have enough to use Eagle real quick? Okay, let me know if you see anyone else that could work. Maybe Charlie? I don't think Charlie is great for single target though, unless I'm wrong. Let me know if there's anyone I should swap in. I can level them up a bit. I need a DPS. Regulus isn't cutting it. I need another one. I'm gonna swap out Kanjira, because as much as I love her gimmick and it's really fun, I think out of the options actually, maybe I should swap out Sotheby. Cornbloom? Cornbloom is more a support though, isn't she? Would she be better than Eagle? I do have her more leveled up. Let's try Cornbloom then. Okay. I don't really need a healer, so maybe I should swap out Sotheby instead of Kanjira. Because the healing cards are kind of a waste when I really need a round with a lot of DPS to go really fucking hard.
Shall I ask the enemy for their tactics?
Let's give that a try.
Finally, some interesting work.
Because I can still get some poison stuff in with Kanjira as well. Oh, they're not in every round, so maybe this was a mistake. Although they're kind of poisoning themselves this time, so that helps a little bit.
They're just stop me up.
Bam. Bam.
Bam.
Stop me up. Hello, Dylan Gallivant. Corn's got this. We can hope so.
Don't be so serious.
She's not as strong as the others because she's not at level 50. Although I should probably I3 Cornbloom, shouldn't I? I don't really use her very often, but she'd probably be a unit that would be better to use much more often. Oh, maybe I do need a healer. Maybe Sotheby was helping more than I thought. Look at Cornbloom! Fuck! Will she even live to her ult? I don't know! Oh god.
Who's harsh?
I hear spam all of her shit so we can get her attacks going. Oh my god, this was the worst. I should have swapped Kanjira. I just wanted her confusion.
Agents have guns, so it's called common sense.
Yeah, Corn is built like glass. That's why I always forget because I don't really use her that much. And then when I need her, I just fucking perish. She's good with Sotheby though because of that. So this is fine. We're gonna die anyway, right? So let's see. I need to spam Corn card.
Who's harsh?
Bam!
I hear something.
Are you ready to be blinded?
I should get her ult pretty soon.
Radio waves are everywhere.
Light!
Everywhere.
We can at least figure out if her DPS is gonna work this way or not. Because Sotheby wouldn't be giving us any more DPS.
Woohoo! Release!
Careful.
Okay.
446965.
At least we get the dodge. The dodge, the lifesaver! Okay. Okay.
We should listen to what people say.
Okay. And... Emerald. Okay.
Oh, goodness!
And bam! And bam! Get in those Jessica attacks!
Always hard.
And then next round I'll like up any DPS stuff I can if I need to. Come on! Wow, that did not do nearly as good as I was hoping. I'm so dead! I am so dead! If I could have a round of like 4 of those attack, I would be okay.
The reader of the light.
But I don't think I can have a round of 4 of those. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait! Okay, come on, come on, come on. I get one of them! I get one of them! Okay. Okay, this is my last chance. Okay. Okay.
No problem. Be serious. Stay focused. Watch your legs.
135. 175. Come on, please! Ah. Okay, come on, please. I beg. Just die! Just die!
Left hands up. Now right hands up.
Also a blessing.
Oh, I hate this fight. Don't give up! Watch me. Watch me give up! What do you mean there's still hope? There was no hope, bro! There was no hope! Did you see all that health that came back? There was no hope, man. There was no hope now that their ults were going. I can't really build her to Insight 3 because I'm working on... Well, actually I can.
By your side.
I was working on Jessica and Sotheby next for I3. I could prioritize Cornbloom, but I don't use her very often, so I feel like it's better to prioritize these two. Yeah, Hope was never an option, unfortunately. I might just have to give up on getting the costume for that one. It's for a character I don't really use anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not the worst. Recommend Corn's debuff card whenever the effect wears off. Yeah. I think if I try it again, I'm not going to use Kanjira. The problem is when using Kanjira, because every round you have a different bonus, you end up prioritizing her moveset even though it's not always the best time to use it. Which is very fun and I enjoy doing that, but probably not for this fight. I don't have enough time to try it again on stream though. But maybe we can try it again during the Oliver Fogg stream, or hopefully I'll beat it myself before then. I'll see what I can do. But thank you guys for the stream. Don't worry, I'll be back in a little under an hour. We're gonna be doing more Final Fantasy MSQ. We're almost for real done Heavensward. We're at like the very end of it. Probably next stream, not today, but the next stream after, I will be finishing Heavensward. So there's gonna be probably some pretty exciting stuff today, given where we are. Again, no spoilers. I'm excited to check it out. But yeah, it's gonna be a real good time, I think. And after that, I will rest until Thursday. All right, let me drop my links real quick, and then we'll set up some raids to my waiting room and to someone on Twitch. It is the end of this stream, but I'll be back in under an hour, and I'm raiding my waiting room, so don't worry, you can catch the other one really easily if you want to hang out some more. So don't worry, I won't be gone for too long. Instead of doing, having my break screen on for an hour, to me it makes more sense to just disappear and come back. So that's what I prefer to do. And having that long break in the middle really helps my stamina. Like, if you guys, those of you who've been here since the beginning know how low my stamina used to be. I've worked it very, very powerful, this method, so I think it's what works for me. Alright, I'm gonna go to my end screen. I'll see you guys soon! Bye-bye! Okay, let me set up the raid on Twitch, and then we'll raid my waiting room on the YouTube side. Hold on. Where should we raid? And yes, I'll see you guys soon! I don't think anyone is playing this. No one else is playing Gacha right now, so I'm gonna send you guys to a voice acting stream, because I think a voice acting stream would also be a good match for this type of stream. I'm gonna send you guys to Admiral Trina as long as it's a good time to raid. She is doing some voice acting comics on stream right now. This is Trina. She joined once for a NKV stream. Her rules aren't listed on Twitch, so you know, be a normal person, don't be weird. And then I'll read my waiting room on YouTube. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna make sure it goes through. Okay. Alright, let me set up my waiting room raid. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. I wonder who we should raid. Alright, I set up the raid to my Heaven's Word stream. We are ready to go. And I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Let me make sure it worked, actually. Okay, we're good.